yo, see, here's the problem. Like when you just got it wrong. That's all. Like, you know what I mean? You just got it wrong. You got it wrong, bro. It's cool.
Made up Mandarin. I'm
yes.
assuming it's Mandarin.
You said you a what?
I like Mandarin oranges.
That's what's up. Mandarin. Mandarin oranges are not. Aren't mandarins totally separate things?
No.
Or no, they are oranges. My fault. I thought they was like tangerine.
Mandarin. I was about to say, I don't know how they're called Mandarin oranges.
I never heard nobody call them the whole shit. I just heard them called mandarins. Like same thing with tangerines and clementines and all of that. Like, because those aren't oranges, right? Tangerines are not oranges. They're like a separate citrus fruit, right?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, maybe. They're definitely mini oranges, guys.
Yeah, some puccino. All right, anyway, man, how we feeling, man? It's an extra special pod today, man. We're going to get to that in a second, but how is everyone feeling? And by everyone, I mean more than just my co-host, because we've got a guest in the building, folks. Don't answer the question yet. But first ever guest. We popped in for a few episodes, but, he was just like on some, like, kind of here, sort of there, sort of not here type shit.
Yeah, he was.
It's our first ever guest on the Bozo Behavior, and honestly, I'm just gonna put it out here. It's gonna be our most esteemed guest.
Okay.
We are talking about one of the legendary orators in the Tumblr sphere. We are speaking about one of the most talented and colossal titans of industry. We are speaking about none other than Raevin, aka Shea Butter Bitch, aka Shorty Wop.
Titans of industry.
A titan of industry. Come on, you not a titan?
No, I like the way that those words sound together.
Usually, when people talk about a titan of industry, it's not necessarily a good thing. Like they mean it as a good thing, but usually a titan of industry is like a CEO that's making millions and treating people like shit. But I'll let you have the title.
Well, that's what I do.
Oh, okay. Well, it fits.
Glad we got that one worked out.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm so excited. I'm usually just in the audience listening.
Of course. It's only right. And so with that being said, how we feeling? Specifically to our titan, but how are we feeling? Everyone in the room as well.
That's me. I'm included now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm feeling fine. I am currently on break. I'm not going back to work until like January 3rd, so that's always nice.
Damn. Okay, yeah, that's real nice.
I'm gonna do 2 weeks off. I'm gonna do a dry January, so I'm gonna be blackout for most of the end of December.
Got you.
So yeah, how about you? How you feeling?
I'm great.
Yeah, go ahead.
I go to work tomorrow, but just trying to enjoy my last day before going back to work.
Hey, well, it's a great place to be. It's a great place to be for your last day back. I am feeling not so great. For those who don't know, I'm sick. I simply cannot tell you how I got sick.
Who got you sick?
Because if I did, it would be a bit of an issue. Maybe an hour or two, I'll talk about how I got sick. But I was on a plane next to a member of a specific ethnic group who was coughing and sneezing.
You sound like Kanye West. Now, I'm not going to talk about who
those
people are, but
yeah. So I was on the plane next to somebody, and they was, huh?
Was it Dwayne?
Dwayne?
It's a Nicki Minaj. I was on the plane with Dwayne.
Oh no, I'm sorry. My girl would know that more than I would. I was on the plane with Dwayne. Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember the song. My apologies.
It's okay. You're sick. Your brain's not really, it's not really in it.
I'm just not used to you bringing out like that type of shit. I see he's showing out. He's showing out because my girl. Okay, I know.
I can see why you would think I wouldn't know that because I don't like Nicki Minaj as a person. But I mean, just like everybody in 2008, I was listening to Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yes, I was sitting next to somebody of a certain group on the plane, and they was coughing, sneezing. That demographic, hashtag that demographic. And they got me a little hemmed up with some shit. They was coughing and sneezing. I knew it. As soon as they started doing, I said, "Oh, you rat bastard! Like you would do that. You would do that. You colonialist.
I just want to say, there's a special place in hell for any demographic, any person that be coughing and sneezing without covering their mouth. Special place in hell for all of them.
But see, that's the other thing. People fail to realize that pisses me off because I feel like the pandemic should have taught y'all this. That covering your hand, your face with your hand, so it don't work. You're just creating a cup, and when you sneeze into the cup, it's just gonna bounce off the sides and roll up. Like you just created like a funnel in a sense, like a blunderbuss. It's just going pow, and it's just going it's just.
Yeah, whenever I sneeze, I just lift up my shirt, put my shirt over my
See, look, that's the thing, and that is real nigga shit, because you sacrifice your own comfort to make sure everybody else don't get nothing. That's real shit right there.
A saliva all on your chest.
Listen, but you know where the saliva is not?
In my neighbor's nose.
Let's talk about it. Thank you for your service.
Braver than any U.S. Marine.
But anyway, we got it's been a little while since we potted. I was on vacation last week, right? What time is it now? Yeah, I was on vacation last week, I was on vacation last week, so we ain't pod last week. So there's a few things that we're not gonna cover. Y'all just not gonna get our take on some of these amazing things that happened.
The world has been terrible for the last, I don't know, forever, but
well, I'll tell you what. I don't care. Not my job. Nothing I can do about it. My job here is to make light of anything and everything. And so where do we want to go? Where do we want to start? Right? Because if we're talking about the world being terrible, we could talk about how terrible the Pistons are. If we want to talk about something else, we could. I mean, where do we want to go?
Yeah, let's talk about the Pistons.
Okay, cool. So let's get straight to it. All right, let's get straight to it. So, for those who are unaware, Detroit Pistons are on a historic losing streak. I mean, I'm talking they have lost 24 games in a row, going into a game last night against the Utah Jazz.
First of all, already crazy to think about losing to Utah Jazz.
One, but two, here's the other thing. People fail to realize the Pistons signed Monty Williams, who was previously the Suns coach, to hold on, I'm gonna look up how big this deal was, to a 6 year, $78.5 million contract.
God damn.
Now, here's the thing though. I think Detroit was smart enough and Monty Williams was smart enough to recognize that once I sign you to this contract and we do what we're about to do with this team, you'll never get another job again. So the Pistons knew they kind of had to overpay him because I'm basically paying you to tank the rest of your career. But on the other hand, you're getting more money than some coaches will see in their whole career. So, I mean,
he got a player contract.
Maybe it balances out. And so, of course, obviously, Monty was like, hey, well, look, I need to become the highest paid coach in the NBA on the worst team in the NBA at the same time, which is actually hilarious. You are the highest paid coach in the league on the worst team in the league, on a historically bad team as well. And it's funny because when you look at this roster, this talent-wise, this is not the worst team in the league. It's not even close, in my opinion. There's at least 2 or 3 teams. The Wizards have less talent than this team.
For sure.
Like easily, for sure. Yeah, there's a couple other teams that have less talent than this team. Not many, but a few. But I think Monty Williams is putting on a disaster class on how to coach poorly. I think he's doing it on purpose, by the way, too. And so, anywho,
now, why do you think that? What do you think the end game for the Pistons is? Are they trying to get draft picks?
Well, yeah, I think they tank, and they're tanking for better picks, and I think because to me, it just doesn't explain certain things. Like Monty Williams is not this bad of a coach. This team is not this bad of a roster. So I can't come up with a reasonable and logical explanation for why they're this bad, other than somebody doesn't want them winning, and the somebody is the head coach or the GM. That's the best reason I can come up with. I could be wrong, but for me, it's just like, what else explains why this team, who is not that bad, is this bad? Like I'm watching the Wizards on days where Jordan Poole doesn't play, or days where Kyle Kuzma doesn't play, and they're getting wins. They're beating teams. Not many, but they're beating teams.
It's happened for sure.
It certainly happened. And so coming into the game last night, the Pistons were on a 24-game losing streak. The NBA record for most losses in a season was 26. That was probably set by the Bobcats. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that's who set that. No, it was one short of the record held by the 2010 Cavaliers and the 2013 76ers. So the Sixers makes perfect sense. That was the process. That was for Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. So, hey, I mean, that worked out for them. Now the 2010 Cavs, let's see. Let's look at the 2011 Cavs to see what they did. When did Brown get
back? Oh,
hold on, I'm trying to see when did he get drafted. 2011, they took Kyrie first, so it also worked for the Cavs, right? So, when you start to compare who else the other two, like, and that's my thing, right? Both of those teams did not lose this many games because they were simply that bad. They lost this many games because they were not trying to win. And it's a shame because the players are still trying to win. But I think it's this weird dichotomy, right? When you're a player trying your hardest and you can feel that your team and your ownership and your coach would rather you lose. Like it's got to be a really weird feeling.
I would think like it's got to feel bad. I wonder every time the Pistons have lost, especially after losing to the Jazz. I was just thinking like, what could possibly be being said in the locker room?
Yeah, I have no idea.
What do you even say when you're 0-25?
Yeah, the craziest part is, right, the Jazz, just to put this in perspective, they played the Cavaliers the night before, right? So they're on a back-to-back. So this is the second game in a row for the Jazz. That's already something that should help the Pistons, right? Then on top of that, the Jazz lost to the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers were missing Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley. Their three best players. So they lost to a team without their three best players. Like, imagine you play the Lakers and Bron's not playing, AD's not playing, and Austin Reeves is not playing, and you lose. Like, right. So that's what this Jazz team was. And then Lauri Markkanen, who played that game, sat out this game. And so the Jazz sat Lauri Markkanen, their number one scorer, Jordan Clarkson, their number two scorer, Taylor Horton-Tucker and Keontae George, their number 5 and number 6 scorer. And their starting lineup was two players who scored double figures this season, Colin Sexton and John Collins, neither of them averaging more than 15 points. So basically, you played against a rebuilding team on the second night of a back-to-back that's missing their best players and lost.
Give it up for the former Piston that dropped 27 on them.
Yeah. Crazy part is the Jazz are the only team in the league averaging more turnovers per game than the Pistons. And that's with their best players. So, one thing I will say,
the Pistons had like 20 turnovers.
Something like that. Yeah, it was like
insane.
Utah had 15 offensive rebounds, and which is crazy. There was a 26-5 run in the first half. Yeah, this was just bad. Utah had 15 steals. And it wasn't because they were defensively juggernauts. It was just sloppy play. And this is just like, so Cade Cunningham had 28.
Your mic just got real low for some reason.
Sorry. So Cade Cunningham had 28, 7, and 10. Great stat lines, but he turned the ball over 6 times. This was his 13th game this season with at least 5 turnovers, which is about half of the total games the Pistons have played. Needless to say, this one hurt. You can see it in Cade Cunningham's face. And this just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. It was just nasty work.
I want to say I feel bad for K because he's obviously the best player on the team. He's good and he deserves to be at a good organization. But at the same time, if you turn the ball over 6 times a
a
night,
game
like
every
that's a
like
problem.
almost every other night. Yeah.
That's almost as bad as the people on your team that can't score the fucking ball.
Right,
You're
right.
just
Because
giving the other team more opportunities to score. So
it's 6 free
there's only 2
possessions.
or 3 people on your team that can score. Nobody else can score. So you guys have issues putting up points. And then you're giving the other team more opportunities to put
Yeah,
up points.
you're giving them
So
6
you're
free
a part of the
possessions.
problem too, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately, he absolutely is. And I just don't know what happens next. We looked at their stretch of games coming up.
Oh, they're about to crush this 20. They fight the Nets twice. They play the
That's
Nets
right.
twice, and then they play Boston. They are gonna get decimated by Boston. That's gonna be. I might watch that. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Now you know what would be the best case scenario here? They lose to the Nets twice, break the record, then beat the Celtics. I would love to see that.
Yeah, because I hate the Celtics, so that would be
That would
hilarious if
be
they somehow beat
that
the
would
Celtics.
be one of the best possible outcomes for me. Or they could, beat the record and then beat the Warriors. Any of these teams, would like the Celtics, the Warriors, this would work great for me. The narratives would go crazy. They
I
would
want
go
to
so
see
nasty
how far this goes. Like, I almost want them to not win. I want to see them go fucking. How many wins do they have?
too.
I want them to lose like at least 35 in a row. Because it's not
Yeah.
enough to just beat the record. You got 27. Oh, no, you got to crush the record. Go 2-40.
Not 2-40. But my whole thing is I just like you said, what do you say in that? Like, this is the part where I feel like as a coach and as a player, it's really hard to maintain a level of
Positivity.
professionalism. Or your positivity, professional, all of that, right? When you just know on a night to night basis, you're gonna come out there and there's no point. Like, everything you do is just gonna lead to a dub. Like, it's just gonna lead to an L. And it's just like, even if you go crazy, guess what? Your teammates won't. Oh, even if you don't go crazy and you have a struggle and you have a bad game, guess what? So will your teammates. Like, it's like there's just never enough. And I know that's got to do something to you. Like, it's like coming
Oh,
to a
yeah,
job
mentally.
where
Yeah.
it's like coming to a job where you just know, like, here we go with this bullshit again.
Yeah,
But
I couldn't work in that environment. I don't know how the few people on that team are scoring, how they're handling it. I would lose my fucking mind.
yeah, I remember
Unless
we had,
everybody there is just in on it and everybody knows, look, I'm just gonna go out there and get mine. I'm gonna score, but I know we're not supposed to be winning. That would be like I would have to be in on it because I'm not gonna go out there and actually try my hardest, knowing damn well that we're not supposed to win.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'll tell you what. I know we previously had a pod. The episode was Citizens of Detroit. So please, I am imploring the citizens of Detroit, do not destroy Little Caesars Arena, please. And Little Caesars Arena is actually hilarious too. That's the name of their arena. Um, I'm not,
How's that funny?
it's just funny.
No, what's funny about it? Tell me exactly what's funny about it.
Think about it. Little Caesars, you're 2-26. I mean, it kind of there's a little. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's all right.
I don't, but
It's just,
it's
Little Caesars has a reputation, as do the Pistons. That's what I'm getting at.
a reputation.
For Little Caesars, is that it's cheap bargain bin and that it's like
Oh,
barely passable as pizza,
listen,
and that the Pistons are barely passable as a basketball team.
listen. As a wise person once said, Little Caesars tastes good when you don't got a bitch in your ear telling you it's nasty.
That's facts. That is a fact.
I just had Little Caesars a couple weeks ago, and it was not $5.
By choice.
Yeah, oh yeah. Sometimes I'll just choose it. Sometimes you miss the
Sometimes I'll just
cardboard.
choose it.
Yeah, sometimes you just choose. It takes you back to your roots. Sometimes.
Little Caesars is actually the only pizza place that does not support that country. So like I was looking at the BDS list
Huh.
yesterday and I was like, damn, all I could eat is Little Caesars.
Little Caesars was founded in Detroit, and the owner bought Rosa Parks'
Oh
house
yeah,
and
yeah. I
gave
knew
her
that
land.
part. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll always support Little Caesars. They're staple in Detroit, and so that's why I got love for Little Caesars Arena.
Oh, for sure. Shout out to Little Caesars. Shout out to Little Caesars. Shout out to the CEO. Shout out to the those who go against that country. And so let's pivot to something that I think our guests can comment on as they were there for this. Let's pivot to the NFL and let's talk about the Saints. So last night, the Saints and the Rams played a game. And before we start, I just want to let you know, like if there are any femininity coaches in the audience, you might want to get out of here like immediately. Because you're about to hear a woman talk about parlays and it's gonna be real nasty. But the Saints and the Rams played last night. Rams won that game 30-22 in a game where the Saints honestly, this game was much further. Like this wasn't as close as the score makes it seem. They lost by 8, but this was like this is a double-digit loss. The Saints were really never in this game up beyond the beginning of the midway point, probably of the third quarter. They weren't in this game after that. But this game was interesting because we workshopped some parlays, right? And we put some parlays together. And for those who did watch the game or saw the box score, you can imagine the parlays didn't hit. And you can imagine why.
So angry.
And you can imagine why. So I just want to read a few stats for you, right? Chris Olave has 9 catches, 123 yards. Right? Okay. That makes perfect sense. Rashid Shaheed, 5 catches, 70 yards, and a tutty. Jawan Johnson, 4 catches, 48 yards, and a tutty. A.T. Perry, 1 catch, 35 yards, and a tutty. Now, if you're noticing something, I've read their top pass catchers on the team, right? I left one out, and it's Alvin Kamara. And I left Alvin Kamara out because up until the fourth quarter, Alvin Kamara had 1 catch. And a bunch of rushes for he's averaging 2 yards per carry. And this is just yet another example of Dennis Allen being one of the worst coaches in the NFL. And week after week after week, we are forced to deal with this bullshit. And forced because, it's on television. What am I going to not watch it? And I just don't know how they keep getting away with this. I just really don't. I just don't know how he gets away. Even in a game where Derek Carr somehow looks decent, Alvin Kamara looks like shit. Make it make sense.
It was not feeding that man.
They did not. Which I don't get. Bro, why does Rashid Shaheed have the same amount of catches as Alvin Kamara? And Alvin Kamara was the afterthought.
Literally.
He was the afterthought. He is your best player. He is your best player, followed by Chris Olave. Chris Olave 8, cool. It is what it is. Why does Alvin Kamara not see the rock? Okay, that's 1. 2, Taysom Hill had 2 catches, or no, two rushes for 2 yards, and that was it. Do you know what Taysom Hill gets paid?
It's something ridiculous. I know.
Yeah, I know. I'll bring his contract up for you. He gets paid $10 million a year, which is not a ton of money, but you pay a guy $10 million a year to give him 2 carries in a game.
Hey, but it's free money for him.
Hold on, let me keep going. I'm gonna keep showing you his stats. I'm gonna show you stats from the last game too.
Right? Oh, Taysom Hill his stats are always wishy-washy. One game he'll get 7 catches and 2 touchdowns, and in the next game he won't get a single reception. He's like a yo-yo.
I'll tell you the last 2 games, right? First one, he had 2 rushes, 2 yards. That was it. The game before that, he had 1 pass attempt, 1 rush for 1 yard. Then he has another game, 2 pass attempts, 13 carries for 59 yards and a touchdown. Can anyone figure this out for me? Because I seem to be missing something. On the year, he's got 4 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown. But I just don't understand if the guy's got 5 touchdowns on the year, which is more than Olave has, funny enough. How does he just disappear in a game? In the same game where Alvin Kamara also disappears. Again, these things just from a coaching perspective, they just confuse me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. What is the point?
I don't think there is one.
Like, hold on. Let me read a quote. I will read it because a reporter had the same question I did. Asked Dennis Allen, well, how come Taysom Hill was used less this week? And Dennis Allen said, some of it is based on the game plan. Last week was more health related. He said that wasn't the case this week.
So why was it then? Do you have an answer for why?
They never do. The bum ass niggas never do.
He just said this week it was related to health. Okay, so then why?
So then what was it?
Also, the bullshit about sometimes it's depending on the playbook. That also doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you write plays around a good football player? I don't understand.
And not only that, one thing that really, really pissed me off is there were a couple fourth downs late in the game where Alvin Kamara was not on the field.
That's mind shattering.
Not to mention, here's another one. Here's another that's going to really piss me off. Chris Olave told the reporter, Saints beat reporter, Nick Underhill, that it took everything for him to be on the field for the game with his ankle injury. He was clearly in pain after the game. So in a game where your second best guy is giving you every single thing that he could,
why isn't the best guy used more?
You feed him. No, you feed him, right? You feed the shit out of the guy who's hurt and all of that.
That doesn't make any sense to me because that just risks more injury. So like, why?
Like, bro, don't risk your career for Dennis Allen. I'm telling you that right now. Don't you dare do that. Like, this is gross. It's genuinely nasty. Like, I just don't understand why, and it just, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, again, I could talk about the Saints defense. The defense wasn't very good, but it's just like, listen, the defense has held them in games most of the season. So I can't really sit up here and act like they're just giving it up. But it's just, it baffles me, bro. On a night where the $10 million guy doesn't get anything, your RB1 doesn't get anything done, and then your injured wide receiver one is getting the rock all game. I just don't get why Alvin Kamara has 14 touches in a game where you had a bunch of possessions. And when I say 14 touches, I really mean 10 because he had 10 pretty much mostly through the fourth.
Yeah.
10 touches.
I think I fell asleep in the third quarter, or maybe when I went to sleep, Alvin Kamara had one reception. So I was very surprised. I voted on I bet on his over. It was 4.5 receptions. He got 4 receptions in the fourth quarter after I stopped watching.
Yeah. No yards, but he got those receptions.
Yeah. Thank God I didn't bet on yards. Because I would have been destroyed.
Yeah, see, we bet on yards.
I bet on yards.
We bet on yards.
Who could blame you? Why wouldn't you bet on yards for Alvin Kamara? It's Alvin Kamara.
Because Dennis Allen is a coach.
And that's why I just think FanDuel makes a little call like, look, please starve this nigga.
No, really.
Yeah, no, they will call the coach. Hey, look, do not look, grab a nigga by his collar. Don't you dare. Don't you dare throw him the rock. Get it done without him. If you can't get it done without him, then you lose.
No, did y'all have receiving yards or rushing yards for Kamara?
Receiving. I don't touch those rushing yards. I don't touch those rushing yards at all anymore for Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, because one game he'll have 12 rushing yards and 108 receiving yards because he's a wide receiver sometimes.
Yeah, and then some games he's literally just running wind sprints.
Yeah. That boy did not even touch 20.
Yeah, he ain't even touched 20. His most rushing yards this whole season.
I had him for 25. He barely did 19.
His most rushing yards in this entire season has been 80. After that, he has gotten over 61, 2, 3, 4 times.
Jesus.
It's bad. It's criminal. In fact, he has 73 catches this season. 73 catches, and you decide to not throw him the ball in the game. This is on par, and we might as well talk about it because we're already here. Fantasy football playoffs. This is on par with me Remember the stat I sent you from the Chargers game when they got spanked by the Raiders? Explain to me a world in which you have 7 possessions before the half and Austin Ekeler has 4 touches.
I can't.
You cannot convince me a coach is that bad. You won't do it. You won't do it. It won't work. The only thing I can believe is that somebody's making that call. That's the only thing I can believe.
Now, remember the coach said that there would be kind of like a competition between Austin Ekeler and their second running back. You know,
no, go ahead. Tell me who he is.
I can't.
I know the 2 guys. I know exactly who they are.
But what I was saying was, did either of those guys get more touches, or did nobody?
Yeah. No, they got the touches. They got the touches. Isaiah Spiller and Joshua Kelly.
Now, I knew Joshua Kelly. I could not have told you the third string. There's no way I could have told you that.
And don't get me wrong, they were effective running the ball. No problem. So do we find a way to get our best player the ball or not?
No. That nigga's ass now, so we're going to give the ball to the backups.
On a game where Keenan Allen was injured. And Mike Williams has been injured this whole season.
What happened to Mike Williams?
I think ACL, something like that.
That nigga is injured every season.
Yeah, well, hell, so is Keenan Allen. But that's my whole point. Like, knowing how this like, it's just, you can't convince me these are, and mind you, think about it. Brandon Staley then takes an L so bad that him and his GM get fired. So you can't convince me coaches are so bad. You can't convince me coaches are so bad that they're willing to risk their jobs for this shit. Somebody's making that call, bro. Somebody's telling you, hey, listen, I don't give a damn about your job because I have the final say and I don't need him catching that many passes. You understand? Like, it's insane to me. It's just, and this is what I mean when I say, look, when Tom Brady was talking about the league being ass now, he said a whole bunch of shit. This is why I say it's ass. You have coaches who have no fucking clue what they're doing. Then they get in these little press conferences after the game and have the nerve to sit up here and look at us and say, well, this isn't fantasy football. This isn't, brother, get the ball to your best player, you dumb bitch. That's it. I'm not asking you
to fall back on that bullshit whenever they do some stupid shit. Basketball players too. We don't care about your little parlays. And it's always the niggas that wasn't on the parlay anyway that's saying we don't care about the parlays.
Yeah, Davion Mitchell saying that is insane, brother. There are no lines for you.
You don't even get the option.
They don't even. You don't even have the option to disappoint me. Like, what are you talking about?
And like you said, for a coach to say this is fantasy football, it doesn't need to be. Get the ball to your best player. What's so hard about that?
Mm-hmm. And finally, that leads me to 2 other niggas I want to talk about. Sean Payton and Arthur Smith, the Falcons head coach and the Broncos head coach. You 2 niggas are going to be working at Wendy's soon. You understand me?
Out of the job. Him and Desmond Ridder are out.
Yeah, Desmond Ridder is playing crazy. Yeah, he'll be a backup.
Desmond Ridder will be a good career backup. He'll be like Dobbs. Come in, have like 2 or 3 good games, and then get benched again.
Yeah, right. Have 2 or 3 good games, and then, oh, okay, now that we got a little film on you, this guy's actually kind of ass. But Sean Payton is another perfect example. You have Javonte Williams, who I think it was last season before he got injured, or the season before that. He was number 1 in yards after broken tackles, or he was number 1 with broken tackles. It was some stat where basically he broke the most tackles in the league. And on passing downs, you're throwing the ball to Samaje Perine. Now, granted, if the whole goal is to keep these backs fresh, then congratulations. I guess you did the job. But if your goal is to win a game, perhaps, I don't know if Samaje Perine's going to fucking do it for you. And guess what? I remember when I sat up here and I said Sean Payton was a hack who got carried by Drew Brees his whole career, and everyone sat up here and acted like I didn't know what the fuck I was saying and da-da-da. And I said, just wait on it. The Broncos are not that good of a team. They're not that good of a team. You guys are falling for it because they're winning now, and I get it. Winning will cure all. Once you win some games, it ain't shit you can say when you win it, right? Well, what the fuck do you say now that they getting their ass beat? Now what? They beat the Chargers, but nigga, ooh.
What does that mean?
Ooh. They beat the Browns, but nigga, ooh. You played against Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Look who you can beat and who you can't beat. Like, bro, stop it, bro. Stop it. I've had enough. And I'm tired of pretending that these coaches are good coaches. Sean Payton is not a good coach. He's not. You have Drew Brees. I'm over it. And I will wait. I'm waiting for the day. And a lot of people were talking about when Sean Payton was yelling at Russ. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. I don't care if you're yelling at your head coach or your guy, Javonte Williams scored a touchdown. You didn't review it. Okay, cool. Then somebody else scores a touchdown. He didn't review it. But then you want to argue at Russ over some, and it's like you want to yell at Russ, and it's like, brother, like no one ever. There's nothing you can do. That's the shit that just kills me. It's fucking goofy. It's ridiculous. Like, and then hold on. Yeah. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Like,
now I will say, we're talking about shitty coaches.
mm-hmm.
I'll say one team made some adjustments and they're doing a lot better. The Bills, I don't know what got into the head coach, but these niggas look like a different team now that they're actually using Cook and running the ball more. Yeah. Josh Allen isn't playing hero ball and turning the ball over 13 times a game. These niggas are a different team now. Yeah,
they fired their last offensive coordinator, got a new guy, Joe Brady, and literally, this guy said something after what game was that where James Cook fed his whole family for the rest of his life off of that? What game was that? It was the game that just passed. Who did the Bills just play? James Cook. Hold on, I'm getting there, y'all. I'll get there in a second. It was the Dallas game. James Cook had 200-something scrimmage yards. They asked Joe Brady after the game, like, damn, like Dallas got that front. That's like that. Did you come in there like thinking you was just gonna run it straight at them niggas all game? And he said, well, no. I came in there with a game plan. We ran it a few times, saw the success we had, and then we did this amazing thing called changing the fucking game plan. And we said, hey, listen, we didn't know our Russian game would work this well, but hell, I'm going to ram it straight down the middle if y'all can't stop it. And then it worked. What adjustments are crazy. Like, and it's just like, this is all I ask for. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But all I ask for you niggas is to simply show up to a game and to think to yourself, how do I get that? What's the best possible thing I can do to get it up? You idiots come to these games with game plans, and it's like this arrogance almost.
Yeah,
and
I think stubborn. Like, I'm not adjusting shit. I'm perfect. My game plan is perfect. We running this.
Y'all gotta execute. Y'all just gotta execute. My game plan to work. And it's so frustrating to watch it because we watch this. You see this all the time with head coaches, Mike Zimmer, like all these head coaches do all this shit, and it's just like, bro, I'm watching y'all, like the style of play you want to run doesn't work anymore. And y'all keep trying it. This Dwight Powell shit is killing me. I'm sorry. This shit is killing me. Like, not only did he damn near break Kyrie's leg, and then you gonna fucking get a concussion jumping onto a door frame. Somebody said he got the brain of a McRib. I was crying. But yeah, man, listen, like enough about the bad coaches, but what happened to the game I love? I know I'm an old nigga waxing poetic about the old days, and that's the thing. The old days is the old days. Yeah, I get it.
But I gotta complain, even though the Rams won, I gotta complain about Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Cooper Kupp cost me like $700.
That was another call, by the way. I'm here to let you know now. He had just as many targets as Puka.
He had 2 games in a row, back to back, over 100 yards.
100 yards, yeah.
I needed him. I didn't even need 100 to see him. I needed 75. He gave me 52.
Mm-hmm.
I went to sleep thinking, all right, this shit is already cooked because Alvin Kamara has 1 catch. So I went to sleep. I woke up seeing Alvin Kamara got 5 catches. So Cooper Kupp was the one that fucked me instead.
Yeah, and I was watching the game, and it's just you kept seeing Matt Stafford would just keep missing him. And it's just like he just kept missing, but he wouldn't miss Puka. But he just kept missing Coop. And I was just like, I don't understand how. One, this is your guy. Like, you are the white quarterback throwing to a white wide receiver. That's your guy.
No, throwing to the white receiver.
Yeah, exactly. Throwing to the 3 white receiver. Yeah, this is white on white. Like, that's your guy, bro. Like, that is your dude.
That is the great white hope you were missing out there.
And somehow, some way, y'all don't got no chemistry right now after 2 straight weeks of 100+. And you can't get on, even though the Saints were giving y'all anything y'all wanted. Like, I just don't. Again, I'm sorry. I'm not. Maybe that's not a call. Maybe it's just how the game go. But that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me because you sure didn't miss Puka. You sure didn't miss him, not once. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. So I'll tell you what, though. Enough about sports, because I want something that I can get my girl involved in. Now we get into the section of the pod where we're gonna have a nice little 3-man going. We're gonna have a nice little 3-man going. So if y'all looking at the agenda, other things here, the 4 items, and obviously, the other stuff about that country, we'll get to that when we get to that. But of the things here, what do we want to get to? Do we want to get to another backshot striking the congressional building? Do we want to get to
again?
Again, second one. Do we want to get to a firestick in a dream? Do we want to talk about empirically some guy, or do we want to talk about Fufu Drewski?
I am looking at this agenda, and what the fuck is empirically some guy?
It's right there. It's the same thing that's written. Right under the GTA hacker thing. It's right there. And there's Jonathan Majors. Yeah, he is empirically some guy. Like, statistically speaking, he is just some guy.
I mean, facts. Definitely. Why is this on the agenda? That's my question.
Well, so he decided to go on a pod, to go on Ryan Clark's pod. I forgot. What do they call that now, actually? Is that the pivot or?
It's the pivot.
It's the pivot. Okay, gotcha. I was about to say I don't know the name of it. I just know that Ryan Clark, the what was it? The kitty roleplay nigga, and I think Fred Taylor. Right, and then Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor's literally the only guy there I respect. But yeah, so they got the pod, and so they bring on Jonathan Owens, who is Simone Biles' husband, and he's on the pod, right? Now, granted, okay, before we go even into the story, show of hands, who knew that nigga's name was Jonathan Owens?
You can't see my hands, but they're down.
I know. No, I know. They're in your pocket. You didn't even budge. You didn't even move.
For Jonathan's out there right now.
You know what? The Jonathan PR machine is that shit is in shambles.
The Jonathan PR is down.
A couple of niggas like, can I be Joe? Can I do Joe? Like J-O, can I do Joe?
Can I just go by John for short?
Yeah, maybe. Can I do John? Can I just do a John? Yeah, Johnny type beat. Maybe a JoJo or something. Like, can I get that on?
Yeah, give me JoJo. Yeah, give me that.
But so he does an interview on the Pivot where one. So here's my thing, right?
Why was he even?
Thank you. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked because I was gonna ask a rhetorical question, but I'm glad you asked it because why the fuck is Jonathan Owens being interviewed for anything? And the answer is obvious.
On a football podcast.
But the answer is obvious. What do you think? Why do you think Jonathan Owens is actually being interviewed? Do you think it's because of his football play? Yeah, okay, thank you. All right. So
he played football?
Oh, you don't know. Yeah, oh, this is beautiful. This is wonderful. I love it when you take all the work out of it for me. So Jonathan Owens, yes, is a football player. He is a safety.
I was just thinking, why the fuck is this random dude going on a football-related podcast just because he's married to an athlete?
Well, yeah. So he's a safety for the Packers.
Currently?
He is currently, and he previously was a safety for the Texans. Didn't really play for the Texans. He's actually now playing for the Packers. I don't know if he starts. I don't think he starts. But he does play. And the reason I know he plays is because I don't remember who it was. It was about 2 weeks ago. The Packers played someone. There was a strip sack, and Jonathan Owens picks up the fumble, runs it in for a touchdown, defensive touchdown. That was the only play I've ever seen him make. Ever seen him make. And so that was like, oh, okay, right. Because I don't know if you know before this, but before this, there were a lot of people wondering, like, and a lot of people were putting a racial element to it, like, hey, why is Simone Biles' husband, like, why they acting like he not really like that? Like, I'm like, well, he is not even
really
seeing the field. Like, it's sort of like the DeMar Hamlin thing, where it's like, buddy, like, people are like, after the injury, they're like, well, why is he not seeing it? Like, buddy. I don't know how to tell you DeMar Hamlin is not that person you think he is. Like, same thing with this guy. Like, because people are like, think about it.
Bring up a race thing. What race is he?
Well, no, think about that, right? I'm talking about people who don't know football, right? So put it like this, right? If you don't know football, right, but you know who Simone Biles is, and you think to yourself, Simone Biles marries a football player. In your mind, you'll instinctively just think to yourself, not knowing football, you'll just think, why doesn't that guy get any shine when you're dating one of the most legendary black women of all time? At least sports-wise, right? So, of course, without knowing anything about football, you'll just think, well, maybe it's just racism. Maybe they don't want to talk about that. Maybe they don't want to do this. Maybe they don't want to do that. They'll do the Travis Kelce shit with Taylor Swift because Travis Kelce's a white guy who's that guy. But like, da-da-da. But if you don't know nothing about sports, you wouldn't know that the answer is pretty simple. And it's just that, oh boy, don't play. Like, what would I show?
Also,
what would the highlight be?
I mean, you'll never see me defend Taylor Swift. I don't give a damn about her, but she's Taylor Swift. Like her or not, she's one of the biggest artists on the planet. And she's dating Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends.
Right, but one of the best is they being the key distinct. Because if Travis Kelce was, say, the fullback who just got cut from the Jets, this is a different story.
Yeah.
Right. This is a totally different story. Even though in that case, she's still going to get a little bit more buzz than Simone Biles did, and we know why. But it doesn't matter. So, anywho, all that leads into this interview, right? They do this interview on the Pivot, and basically they ask him the infamous story about how y'all met. And so the story of how they met goes something along the lines of they were on an app, dating app. And it's like a dating app for people who, you know, like who are well, yeah, right, yeah, well, rich nigga dating app. And so they on the app, they match or they whatever. He swipes, boo, boo. Now he's during training camp or some shit like that. Like for,
I don't mean to cut you off, but what's the name of that rich nigga dating app so I can catfish and hopefully get sugar mama or something?
I think someone was saying Raya was the name of it, but I don't know if that's true.
It's Raya, but it's invite only.
Oh, see, that's how they keep the brokies out.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably like 3 black people on that app. But
well, we got 2 of them right here, and one of them's
yeah.
apparently.
Well, now it's just one because they both off the app. But yeah, so I think that's the app, and so they met on the app. They linked up, and mind you, he's telling the story, and I'll tell the story in general first, and then I'll tell you how he told it. And then so basically they link on the app. They meet up, they talk, they vibe, and all that. Now he's in the middle of training camp because again he plays football professionally. I think at this time this might have been, I don't know what year it was. They got married 2022, right? Or no, they got engaged last year and they married this year, some shit like that. But so I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what year exactly this is. Maybe it's 2020, 2021. I have no clue. But either way, he's in training camp for football, like for a professional team. And so he's looking at scrolling through that boo boo, and then he matches. They match. They like have like an opening, you know, text or whatever. And then he goes to take a shower, and he's like, "All right, cool, whatever." Takes a shower. He comes back and sees like she hit him up again, like messaged him while he was in the shower. So he's like, "Oh, sure, let me see what's up with it." So then he go look at her page again. He's saying he don't know who she is, which is kind of crazy to me because I just don't know how you don't know who Simone Biles is.
You need to follow track and feel like I know who Simone or gymnastics.
Gymnastics, yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like saying you don't know who Simone Biles is kind of crazy. But okay. Again, to this day, that's the one part of the story where I'm like, nigga, you can never convince me that part. Like I firmly believe you're lying. But we're gonna get into it. I think there's a reason he's lying. And so he then does all of that, looks at her, sees she's got a bunch of followers, and he's like, oh shit, okay, all right. Huh. And then so they talk, and this and that. So eventually, long story short, he wasn't trying to commit. He just got, you know, onto a football team. I think he's like 28, so it's not like he's super young, but he's 28, so he just got on the team. He's like in his 3rd year in the NFL. So he's looking at it like, I mean, shit, like I don't know if I'm ready for all of that. So like I ain't really looking for like no girl like that. If you want to have fun, we gotta have fun type shit. But Simone Biles is, you know, she presses. She know what she want. She looking at the nigga like, nah, you that. Let's get it. And so eventually, long story short, pretty much she is like applying the pressure to like, all right, look, dog, I want you. Let's make this happen. So she drives 45 minutes. She does some of this other stuff, all of that. And then they end up getting together, obviously. End up getting engaged, end up getting married. And that's the gist of the story. Now, when he's telling this story, now remember that story I just told you, right? He's telling that story as a football player on a football podcast with a bunch of football niggas. And his girl's not there. How do you think he tells that story?
Probably.
Wait, okay, so apparently she was there.
Oh, she was? Okay. Well, she is there. Now, how do you think he tell that story on the pod?
How do you tell it?
Well, he tells it in a way that it's got a lot of people's panties in a bunch. And rightfully so, because I think he gets up there and he pretty much plays it like he played it too cool, basically. Like he get up there and he go, yeah, you know, like Shorty was on me tough and like, you know,
like he's the catch and she was really.
Yeah, no, he said that. He said that verbatim. Like I always say that the man is the catch, and I always say that da. And so he playing super cool on some like, nah, like we. You know, so I'm sitting here, she's sweating me like, I'm like, damn.
45 minutes to see me.
He said she drove 45 minutes to see me. I'm like, damn, yo, get off me. Damn, yo, you want me so bad, bro. Oh my God.
It's corny to like talk that way about your girl, but second, it's crazy to talk like that about her when she's right in front of you. She's there.
And third, it's crazy to talk like that when we talk about Simone Biles.
Yeah, she is the prize. The best gymnast in the world?
Now, the only pushback I will offer is that by definition, he was the catch. Because think about this. I'm just saying, put it like this. They both liked each other. There was mutual attraction. She pressed, she bagged him. He was the catch. By definition, I'm not saying he is the catch. I'm saying he was the catch.
Unfortunate, but true.
And I think that's the part that gets a lot of people twisted, where a lot of people think the money, the fame, all of that makes you the catch. And it's like, the catch is who was caught. Like, that's just how I see it. Like, if one person caught the other person, then that means at that time, the person who got bagged was the catch. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, if a rich dude is pressing some girl who ain't got nothing, but he pressed her because he want her bad, she's the catch. Conversely, if a rich woman pressing a broke dude, he's the catch.
But my thing is, like, what's the definition of pressing? Because I feel like reaching out to a person is pressing.
No, not press. But you know what I mean when it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like so basically in every dating dynamic, one person is the catch and one person's the catchy.
No. My thing is, again, like it's like all right, put it this way. Only one person can say that they bagged somebody, right? That don't necessarily mean that y'all don't both like each other. Y'all not both feeling each other. It's not mutual feelings. Y'all both aren't applying pressure to each other. But one party bagged the other. Like if it was one person who was really moving moving the needle. Like, hey, listen, let's get a date going. Hey, let's link up here. Hey, let's let's do this. If I'm initiating a convo, if I'm doing this, if I'm doing that, I am applying pressure.
Yeah, so but he didn't say she did all that though. I do get what you're saying. Like she was the one that
he didn't say all of that for sure. Yeah.
She was the one that reached out first. She liked his pictures on Instagram, and then she sent him a message. But they both liked each other on the app.
Facts.
That's how they matched. Then she liked his pictures. He said, "Okay, cool." He was like, "Oh, I want to reach out." He went to the shower. He took a shower. Had a message from her. So it's like.
She knew what she wanted.
See, she messaged him.
Well, it's just deeper than that. It's deeper than that, though. Because remember what he also says later on, right? Because then Ryan Clark, the host, is looking at him like, all right, so it kind of sound like, and he says this, he said just verbatim, damn near. It says, it kind of sound like you ain't even really want her, like she wanted you. And he was like, nah, it's not like that. It was just like, I wasn't really trying to commit, and I wasn't really trying to do all of that. And it's like, but she pressed that to like, hey, listen, like, you got what I want. I feel like I got what you want. Like, I understand maybe you don't want to commit, but like, my nigga, let's make this happen. So again, I'm not going to necessarily, like I said, that whole catch shit is just semantics. That's all we are, because people associate and they throw so many emotions in with who's the catch and who's this and who's that. But it's like, dog, in this scenario, this is a dude who was just trying to live his life, not really trying to be in no relationship and get married at this. That wasn't his plan at all. You come into the picture and that's what your plans are. And you basically got to almost move him towards your plans. Like all of that screams, you bagged him to me, which again is a compliment to her. Some people don't see it that way, but it's a compliment to her because she knew what she wanted. She saw a nigga and said, oh, no, this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's get that going. Let's get that on track. But my whole thing is, if she bagged him, in a sense, that makes him the catch. And again, I'm not arguing because again, based on what I know about these two parties, I would never consider him the catch over her. I'm just saying from the logistics of who put their line out, who got a hook, who got a bite, and who had to reel the fish in, that's a catch.
Yep.
But either way, so what the real controversy came from once this interview went out. You can imagine, well, black women didn't like this shit at all. Let's just start there. They didn't like this shit at all. Hated this, and it became, these conversations never stay on where it's at. So this automatically became a, black women often be dating these losers, and why all these celebrity black women be with these lame ass niggas. And it's like the thing that I thought was crazy to me was like, this is lame what he did. Like it is corny because it's like you trying to really like you just trying to be too cool in front of niggas. Like it's real corny. Like you just trying to be way too cool.
Do that every day.
Yeah, and niggas do that all. Like you just trying to be way too cool in front of the guys. Like, oh yeah, that's my girl. I mean, she was tough on me, crazy. I was like, I mean, I figured I could fuck with her.
It is corny, but at the same time, I don't understand why people are so up in arms about it.
Oh,
especially when she was there. And apparently, she must have been okay with what he said.
Oh yeah, she was cheesing the whole shit. She was cheesing on that. But I think what it is, right, is that we've also known a few things about Simone Biles, and I think there are people who, again, I'm not gonna say none of this definitively, like it's the truth, but I will say that there's probably some people who would think that she's got some self-esteem issues and some other issues, and so they feel like maybe this nigga is just not the right nigga for you, and she don't realize it. And you know what I mean? Like this is to me, it's similar to the sort of the DDG Chloe thing, where it's like I have an image of who this woman is, and because of the image of who I have, what this woman is,
you don't think she should be with this? Yeah,
you shouldn't be with this type of nigga. And then when he does something like this is further proof of see, you shouldn't be with these type of niggas. Now, I think the DDG one was much worse.
Yeah, but that's what I'm about to say.
And even on top of that, though, one thing I will say is, again, he's a football player. So, I mean, if it's finna be something, you finna see pretty soon whether it's finna be something like the football niggas ain't finna, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't finna be 10 years from now that you find out he is that. Like, it's finna be quick, relatively. Especially because once I date Simone Biles, nigga, my stock finna go up a little bit. So, if I was ever gonna be a fuck nigga, we finna find out probably in the next 12 months.
Yeah. Immediately.
But I think the Chloe comparison was very interesting for me as well, because it was like I think a lot of people do this with people that they associate certain traits with. Like when you look at was it? No, it was Hallie. I'm sorry, it was Hallie. I had the wrong one, but y'all know who I was talking about. Yeah, but it was Hallie. Like, so when you look at her, like, oh, she's the Disney princess. She's just the angel, the little nice girl. And then you get this rough and tough rapper nigga talking about fucking these girls and da-da-da. It's like, oh, no, that's not what they, you know what I mean? But it's like, y'all don't know these folks for real. You got to understand, because these nice little angel girls, that might not be who she really is. That's just the image. Because she's in a Disney movie. And so with Simone Biles, it's like, we also don't know that woman for real. Like, y'all might hate these type of niggas. This might be the nigga she like. I don't know. Like, this might be the type of nigga, which granted would still be a problem, right? Which would still cause people to say what they say, because it's like, well, even if you like these type of niggas, these types of niggas are still dubs. But for me, I just think, it often becomes a scenario where I'm just like, man, look, we gonna have to wait and see ultimately, because it's funny to me how we had, like I said, no one cared who this guy truthfully was. But this nigga's been around for like a year and a half. And in that year and a half, it was nothing but praises for all the shit that he do for his girl. He posts her all the time on IG. Every time he talking about her, he talking glowingly, da-da-da. And it's like you do this one interview and now suddenly you a fuck nigga. And it's like
they've had an open public relationship for a while that everybody knows about already.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's been treating her well for the past however long they've been public,
yeah, it's a what can you do for me now though? You know how that go. It's what can you do for me now?
Also,
So like,
though, I will say I don't think anybody has paid too much attention to the nature of their relationship. I think
yeah,
when
they
it
haven't.
comes to like praise, because again, nobody knows who this nigga is. But I think when it comes to praise, it's been like she'll post the wedding pictures and everybody's just like, "Oh, I'm happy for her. I'm happy she's with somebody." We had no, people had no perceptions around like his character or
Like
anything
how he
like that.
actually give it up. Yeah,
How
yeah,
he
yeah.
actually gave it up. It was just more
It's
so
just
like
appearances. Yeah.
visually. I love that she's married. Love that she looks happy.
Yeah, she looks right, yeah. And that's true. So that's just one of those things where for me it's just like, again, I get what people are saying. And like I said, I do think it was corny because it's like you get up there, but and the only reason why I like, and I'm not even shooting him bail, but I'm just thinking from my perspective, it's like if I'm a guy who, again, because as an NFL player, even if I'm a nobody in the NFL, y'all still fail to realize how you fucking unique I am, like how different I am.
I'm in the
Like
top 1% of human beings on the planet.
like who played this, like, yeah. So there's already an ego that comes with that. There's already a bunch of shit that comes with that. And then on top of that, I'm in a scenario where now the woman I date is not just a woman more successful than me. Nigga, it's Simone Biles. Nigga, it is the Simone Biles. So it's like if somebody asked me the story of how we meet, and I know the story of how we met is a sort of a story where she applied the pressure because she wanted me, and I wasn't fully sure at the time if I wanted to commit, but she really reeled me in, and then once I got in there, I was fully in there. If that's the story, when I'm shooting the shit, I'm finna lie. I'm finna make this story. Yeah, I'm finna play it up. Not even just for the boys. Fuck just the boys. Like that's the thing where I'm like, I'm not just playing it up for the nigga. I'm finna play it up. I'm finna be like, oh yeah, I was at the crib and she was like, Kyle, please, I need you. Like, I'm finna gas crazy. Like now, granted, I'm also the problem is though, if you do that, there has to be something on the other side to really like, all right, he just bullshit. He just, you're right, yeah, he just joking, right? And like to what Raevin was saying, like all we've seen is appearances, so there's no actual substance to back up the fact that are you like, do you really fuck with this woman? So the first piece of substance y'all see is negative. So of course, what the fuck they finna think? But you not really the guy. You know what I mean? Like the visuals show me something, but then you start talking and it's like, oh. So I get it, but
I think people are just too invested in other people's.
Well, yeah, for sure. We know that. Like that is the overarching truth of pretty much everything we get off of Twitter.
Yeah, I do think people are too invested in other people's relationships, but just like psychologically, I think it's pretty commonplace for humans to like project their, like to use these as thought experiments around like what they would tolerate or wouldn't tolerate in a relationship. Yeah. So a lot of that is just projection. So that's why things seem to be like, oh, just like emotionally, like you're emotionally invested in these celebrities' relationships, but it's really just like this is more of a metaphor for like how people navigate relationships. So they'll just start applying like their own internal feelings about it.
Yeah. And that is like that. Yeah, and that honestly, that's the root of most of like when you see these explosive takes where it's just like, because I saw a take earlier and I was just like, yo, none of that was in the interview. Like, but it's like, again, it's exactly that same concept where it's like, all right, I've experienced a nigga like this, and here's how he gave it up, or here's how these niggas give it up. So when I see 60% of that, oh baby, like I'm putting you in the box. And once you in the box, now it's like, this nigga got her looking like she was a thirsty ass bitch begging for love. And I'm like, did he do that?
She was there. I feel like people, that's kind of disrespectful to the person you try to defend. You make it seem like their self-esteem is crazy because she was there just taking it.
But that's some of the undertones of these critiques, truthfully, is that like some of them do feel that way about herself. Like they really like, and that's the part where I think some of the folks is like, that's why some of it I'm like, I don't want to take that route because it's like, dog, I don't know that lady's self-esteem. I really don't. I don't. I can say like again, based on some things I've seen, I might be able to say with some level of certainty that there's something there, but I don't know enough to truthfully. So it's like again, I'm just gonna call what he did corny because it's corny. Again, I know me in the same situation, I'll play it up, but I also know like it has to come with a equal and opposite, right? Like it's like I'm gonna play it up. And I'm like, oh yeah, she was begging me, like, oh please come over, bro. Please. Like, I'm gonna do all of that. But then at the same time, like when they ask me like what made me really rock with her, I'm gonna actually tell you the truth for real. Like I'm gonna give you both. I'm not gonna just give you one though, because the problem is you're not just shooting the shit with your homeboys. You're on a platform that millions of people watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the part where it's like you can tell he green. Like think about it. He don't know nothing. Why would he know that, nigga? All right, put it like this. When do you think he's been interviewed?
Yeah, I was about to say he's not a celebrity.
Never,
He's
never,
a second
nigga.
string safety in the NFL. So yes, he got money and he's got an ego because he's
he's that guy,
athlete,
handsome looking dude, all that other shit.
He's
but
not
nigga,
used to navigating spaces like that. Like you said, when is he being interviewed?
Right. You were an undrafted free agent, brother. The only interviews you probably had were like it's like so again, that's the other angle of this where it's just I know you're green. Like I just know you don't know how to maneuver and operate within these spaces because how would you? Like niggas think just because you watch social media or just because you pay attention to it is enough to know how you would handle yourself in a situation, and it don't work that way. But
yeah. Then he was like saying like, oh, not everybody watches gymnastics and not everybody pays attention to gymnastics to know who Simone Biles is. And she actually liked the tweet that said that, but then I guess people went through his Twitter and they found like Gabby Douglas tweets on there.
From 2012. And the funniest part is they was from 2012. And think about it, 2013 was right when Simone Biles' run began. So it's like, you mean to tell me you was watching when Gabby Douglas was there right before Shorty got there. And
he
then
was
as soon as she get there.
Douglas by name.
Yes. And don't get me wrong, Gabby Douglas, shout out to Gabby Douglas, had a great career, had a great run. Gabby Douglas was not as successful as, but like, it's like, if you knew Gabby Douglas, brother, you had to know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Like Gabby Douglas got a bunch of golds. Like she's not a slouch at all. But it's like if you knew her name and then somebody came after that ended up being called the GOAT, I just don't see how you don't. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm gonna defend him and also call him corny at the same time because, like I said earlier, I don't care about the Olympics, so I don't know anything about track and field. I don't know anything about gymnastics. So he's right. Not everybody watches and not everybody knows who these people are. But at the same time, like I said earlier, I don't give a fuck about the Olympics, but I still know who Gabby Douglas and Simone Biles are. So
exactly,
it's like a double-edged sword.
Like you don't watch track, but you know who Sha'Carri Richardson is.
Yeah, exactly. Some of these people are just household names. If you're on any type of social media, whenever there's a really good athlete, they get popping. They start to do the runs on IG, and Twitter, and whatnot.
And that's the other thing. Like, think about this, dog. Like, and it don't matter what platform. Like, bro, you could be an old head on Facebook. I promise you, when Simone Biles was getting her shit off, them old 40-year-olds was on Facebook getting their memes up. Like, it was everywhere, dog. Like, it was like, so it's not like, because again, like the other example I gave was like, imagine you get on the app, you talking about something. Oh, I didn't know Michael Phelps was really that guy. Like, like you sound crazy.
Nigga, Lil Wayne made a song called Michael Phelps.
And you're like,
he was that guy.
Nah, but I don't watch swimming though, bro. Like, come on, son. Like, y'all watch swimming?
Subway commercial?
Y'all watch swimming? Y'all watch swimming, bro? You see the club? You ever seen a box of Wheaties?
Like, who is Lance Armstrong? The nigga that went on the moon?
Exactly.
That nigga that was on the moon?
The nigga that got one testicle? Who knows about that?
Yeah, like, bro, I couldn't tell you how the Tour de France works. Couldn't tell you how it works.
Not at all.
I know them niggas get on a bike and they ride for like 8 days or some shit. Like that is all I know. Bro, no, they be on the bikes for a minute.
Oh, I thought you were joking. I thought.
Oh, no. Hold on. Let me see for real. The Tour de France is. Oh.
No way. Cut it out.
Oh, it consists of 21 day-long stages over a 23 or 24 day period.
Oh, what?
Oh my god.
Burn in hell. There's no way. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing that. What the hell?
Not a month of bike riding.
A month of bike riding. That's insane. Nah, eat dick. I don't care if I trade my whole life for this. A month? Get the fuck out of here. No, thank you.
And the craziest part, I'm looking at the winners, right? I'm looking at the winners. I don't think Lance Armstrong won this once.
Why is he famous then?
That's my whole point. That's
Why is he famous?
That's my whole thing. He didn't win this once. Not a singular time. I'm looking.
Why is he famous?
The United States has 3 wins in total history. It's Greg LeMond 3 times. Whoever Greg LeMond is, he was getting that shit in.
Wait, no. Lance Armstrong won Tour de France a record 7 consecutive times from 1999 to 2005.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, how the fuck is he famous if he hasn't
He was
won?
just dumping like 7 years straight.
No. Okay. So when I went to the Wikipedia, they vacated his wins. Okay, that's what happened.
Oh, yeah, because he cheated.
Yeah. So when I went to Wikipedia, there was a whole gap talking about some no winner, and I didn't know what that meant.
Okay.
They vacated his wins.
Oh, yeah, they vacated.
He cheated. You didn't know? Yeah, he was on steroids.
Yeah, that boy was cheating.
It's the only way he can win 7 times in a row.
If they kept winning Tour de France 7 years in a row, you would
7 years in a row riding bikes for a month straight. You
gotta be on
steroids.
something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they remove all 7 wins and his Olympic medal. Okay, got you. Because I was sitting there looking like,
and the medal.
Yeah, he took all that shit.
I had something controversial to say. Anyway.
Well, go ahead, say it.
I feel like
shit, I don't even think that's controversial.
Steroids or not, I feel like not every nigga could do this.
Bro, I've always said that. I
feel like they do too much, bringing you back like you're nothing because you have steroids. Like if that's the case, put everybody on steroids and let's just see what happens.
Which is funny because Quad is kept. That might be happening. Like that literally might be the case already.
Steroids alone does not give you the capacity to do that. It gave you a boost.
Put it this way. I know y'all don't watch track. There's a guy named Justin Gatlin. He's a United States sprinter, right? Justin Gatlin, beyond Tyson Gay and way before Noah Lyles, the current nigga. Justin Gatlin was probably the best U.S. sprinter we had ever seen. Like Maurice Green, all of them other niggas in the past. He was as good as it got. He was doping. He got caught doping like 3 times. That nigga kept cheating.
3 times?
And when I tell you, you could tell because he was like 36. He was old, but he was still whooping niggas. And it was like, bro, you're not supposed to be moving like this. And you could tell he was doping. Baby, he never beat Usain Bolt. It didn't matter. He still lost. Every single time. It was getting fried by Usain Bolt, in fact. So it's like either Usain was cheating too, and he was still cooking y'all, or he really was different. Like, so that's why I'm like, I wholeheartedly believe most of these niggas probably cheating anyway. But then it just comes down to who's that nigga and who's not. The same thing with baseball. Remember the baseball era where everybody was cheating?
Yeah,
okay, but I hit 700 of them bitches.
Listen, it still takes skill to be able to see a 90-mile-per-hour ball coming at me.
Yeah, I don't care how hard I can hit. I don't care how hard I can. The steroid affect how hard I can hit the ball, bro.
I still hit the ball.
Like that's my whole thing. Like I'm just like, dog, because I always look at it like that. Like in an era where mad niggas were doping and cheating, none of y'all were good as me. Were as good as me.
I was the best doper.
Yeah, I was the best doper. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's why for me, a lot of times when it comes to that cheat, like, remember when D-Hop got suspended because he was taking like that HGH or something to recover from his injury? I'm like, bro, let them niggas take what they take to recover.
That's not even a steroid.
Yeah, he took a growth hormone to recover from like an ACL or like a torn something. Bro, let this old nigga recover. Like, once you get 30, 35 or something, you should be allowed to take HGH.
Do you want me to be out the whole season? You want me to be out for 4 or 5 games?
Put it this way.
I am 34.
Put it this way. I think it's unfair for a 35-year-old nigga to not be able to take HGH, and it's a 20-year-old nigga out here running into niggas at full speed. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair.
It's not.
Nigga, that nigga would twist his ankle and just pop this shit back in place. Oh, that was crazy. like, and be good to go, bro. If that happened to me, I can't walk for the rest of my life. Maybe
that you just reminded me. I saw a clip of Wembanyama. He's 19, right? He's still a kid. I saw a clip of him going for a ball, and he literally came down on his ankle, like he landed
rolled
on
it
his ankle,
entirely,
and then just stood up and ran down the court. Nigga, if that happened to me, I think I would die.
Brother, we watched that happen to Jason Tatum in the finals, and he lost because of it.
Age is a factor.
We have watched niggas that happen to niggas, and they miss games. They miss us parts of the season for that. Meanwhile, it happens to him. It just, oh, that was crazy, right?
Hurt. All right, let me get this rebound.
Yo, I'm open. And they looking like, bro, you should not. Okay.
Let these old niggas in the NFL take whatever. First off, the NFL, besides combat sports, is the most physically rigorous sport out there.
Yeah, recovery. Like again, y'all should be able to take anything for recovery. I don't think y'all should be able to take roids because that would make this a very scary sport. But
if people would take steroids, everybody would take steroids
just for fun.
No.
There's no fun in watching somebody.
There's no fun. Watch. Fuck
like,
their car crashes
like
now.
3 months of continuous steroid injections.
No, those are car crashes now. Those would be train wrecks if we do that.
Just this morning, I watched a highlight of like the top 10 hardest hits in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
dog. If niggas were taking steroids, people would literally die.
Bro, it'd be Oppenheimer. Like, what are you talking about? What are we talking about?
Remember that hit that Michael Pittman took 2 weeks ago and he got a concussion? That shit was so, like, I saw that and
that was a commonplace hit back in the 90s. Early 2000s.
He was off steroids and he hit him like that hit. He wouldn't have a concussion. He'd be in a coma right now.
Yeah, bro, listen, if you want to see, they got a whole, go on YouTube, type it NFL hospital passes. They have a term.
Hospital passes.
They have a term for a bad ball thrown in the coverage that will get you killed. They have a term for it. It's called hospital pass.
Get you killed.
and Peyton Manning to Austin Collie. That's Reef too, actually. Peyton Manning to Austin Collie. Look up that name. Austin Collie. He was the recipient of so many. I think Peyton Manning hated that nigga. He may have, because there was too many passes where he was like, "Look, if he come down with it, great. If he dies, next man up." And it's like, you'll see it, but you'll literally see, like, they used to be like, and that was, remember when Tom Brady was talking about that? Like, he says some of this onus is on the quarterbacks because y'all know what y'all doing. Like, when y'all lead these niggas into some of these spaces, y'all know, brother, he's not making that catch. He's getting terminated. Like, you know what's going to happen.
I'd say most of the injuries that wide receivers get are because of the quarterback throwing bad balls.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
Now we have so many mid quarterbacks in the league.
Nigga, Derek Carr threw a ball that was so bad that like one of their receivers like fucked up his quad trying to stop and go back to catch it. I had never seen no shit like that. Like normally when you get injured from a bad throw, it's because he threw it into traffic and you got nailed. You threw a ball so bad behind a nigga, he tried to stop and fucked up his quad trying to stop.
Nasty behavior.
Nigga almost tore a hamstring trying to get a bad ball. Oh shit! Damn, nigga, throw the ball at me. What else we got? Backshots hit the Senate building. Firestick in a dream.
Backshots hit the Senate building. That's the shit where the Secret Service whispered in George Bush's ear.
Yes.
Well, let's get into that.
All right. Well, we'll get into the first one, then we'll have to get into the second one.
My question about all of this, why?
Oh Lord. Why did I see the Senate twink in quotes? Oh,
the Senate twink.
Oh man. Okay. Let's. All right. So
we definitely live in a simulation. You know that, right?
It's no longer real at this point. So about 20. No. This was like a week ago, right? December 15th.
Oh, wow.
December 15th, exactly a week.
Recent? Wait, is this the second one or the first one?
This is the first one. We gotta lay the groundwork.
The first one was less than a week ago.
Yeah, we gotta lay the groundwork. Wow. So I'm reading the Wikipedia
They got a Wikipedia?
It's got a Wikipedia page, and I'm having this is pretty funny. So I'll just read it straight up. A video was released showing two men having sex in a United States Senate hearing room. One of the men shown in the video was alleged to be a legislative aide to Senator Ben Cardin of Maryland, who became nicknamed the Senate Twink by online commentators. The day after the video was released, Cardin's office released a statement saying that the man in question was no longer employed by the U.S. Senate. Like, this is the part that killed me, where it's like he was alleged to be an aide. Nigga, he admitted that he no longer employs him. But
why
anywho,
did they record it?
I don't know. But this killed me mostly because the first time I saw this was on the Daily Caller. I don't know if you guys know what the Daily Caller is. But it's like a right-wing news outlet. So I thought this was bullshit. Like, I honestly thought it was fake. And unfortunately, when there's an alleged sex tape and I think it's fake and it's bullshit, the only way to verify that it's not is, well,
They go for the sex tape?
no, I didn't go looking for it. It was on the website. But yeah, so then there was a video and some still images. Now I saw the stills and I said, okay, well, anybody could do it. And then I saw the video move and I said, oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that does look like a Senate office building. Now the video is only 8 seconds long, right? Which was filmed with, like, I guess somebody's phone or something. And oh man, this description is killing me, right? It was from the perspective of the penetrative partner who was over the receptive partner. The latter was hunched over behind.
Come on, man.
But the funniest part is apparently they were specifically in the seat of two senators, which I thought was hilarious. Because imagine being them two niggas. And you wake up the next day knowing nothing about this, and they're like, "Yo, they was fucking in your seat." You said, "Bro, what are you talking about?" Like, quickly tell me what you talking about before you piss me off. So apparently, though, this video was shared within private groups and on Snapchat before this was even leaked.
Why would you record a video of this? Well, I guess the person that recorded wasn't the Senate Twink, right? So
well, according to a senior congressional official, no crime was committed if the sex acts are consensual, regardless of the locale. Meaning, while this was a very
public sex,
this was, well, no, because it's inside of a building that no one else was. This is
inside of a building, but if I'm at a Ruby Tuesdays getting topped off, that's public indecency, right?
Well, think about it. If you're in a Ruby Tuesday bathroom getting topped, you record it and you post that online, and Ruby Tuesday gets mad at you, they can't say you had public sex because what public was there? Right? It was consensual. It was consensual, and there was no crime committed.
I guess I never thought. When you think about having sex, I guess I don't know. I guess I thought like a house or a hotel, but I guess
it depends.
Inside.
It does depend because some states have like indecent exposure. So if no one sees you, it doesn't count because there was no exposure, quote unquote. Yeah. Some states have lewd conduct, which might actually cover something like this.
That's what I'm thinking of. Like, having sex anywhere that's not like your house or a hotel room or just the public, any place the public could be, like an Outback or a Burger King. I feel like if you getting freaky in the Burger King bathroom and they call the police on you, you go to jail.
Oh, bro, don't. If you're getting freaky in the Burger King bathroom, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you because
listen. It's illegal. You know the Mile High Club. It's illegal to fuck on a plane.
It's illegal to do a lot of things on a plane.
I mean, true. I guess maybe a plane is the best example.
That's like the one place where like you can't do shit but sit and breathe, nigga. Like that's your job.
No fun allowed zone.
Yeah, that is the no fun league for sure.
Okay, well, we can move past me not understanding.
It should be illegal to fart on a plane too. But I'm sick.
Oh yeah, no, agreed. But you can't regulate somebody's body.
Shit. So anyway, following the video's leak, the participant, it doesn't say whether this was the receiver or the it doesn't say who.
The penetrator?
Yeah. The congressional penetrator. But it said the participant posted a statement on his LinkedIn profile that read,
"That's
in part,
crazy."
Yeah, this is so insane to me. You get fired for fucking somebody or getting fucked in the Senate, and then you put a post on LinkedIn. While some of my actions in the past have shown poor judgment. Yo, this is crazy. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. Because the poor judgment wasn't fucking in the Senate office building. The poor judgment was posting it in private gay groups. That was the poor judgment for sure.
I would argue that fucking in the Senate building was also poor.
No. You'll never get this back. You'll never get that experience. Yeah, listen. How many people can say that?
They fucked it, not a lot.
Listen. Put it like this.
If you listen to all the conspiracy theories about all the orgies that go down.
Well, yeah, talk about it. But I'm saying how many people can actually say it though? Because they can't say that, right? Those are all rumors. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I'm on the record. I got videos, nigga. Fuck. They seen me.
Also, imagine fucking in a senator's seat that you don't like out of spite and then not clean it after. And they come in tomorrow, they get the booty juice on their suit.
A little senator spunk.
A little truffle butter.
Oh man. Okay. Man, I was gonna say something, but I don't even remember what it was.
Remember, kids, leave truffle butter in the seats of politicians you don't like. It's legal. If nobody's there, it's legal.
Oh, but yeah. So what I was gonna say is like I've been to the UN before, right? Like the General Assembly Hall, an incredible building, unbelievable building. If I can get some buns in there, and that would be on record. Oh yeah. Listen, buddy. That it's just a place. It's one of those places. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not a public fucker at all. Please understand. I'm not the public sex guy. That's not my bag. But I'm saying, if you were one, I can't imagine a better place than the Hart Senate office building. I just can't imagine one.
This nigga's a public fucker. He's just trying to throw the scent off his trail.
Hey, well. Don't let me in the Hart Senate office building. That's all I'm saying. Don't let me in that one. What's that on? That's on 2nd Street, northeast between Constitution Ave and
he got it planned out. He's planning a trip.
I'm just looking at where it's at. You live in DC, right? I can stay at your crib for a little bit.
Hell no.
He said, not with that plan in mind.
I'm not about to be aiding and abetting a criminal like that.
Well, they said there was no crime. Remember.
For you to be there, well, I feel like saying, all right, so
all I gotta do is just
like
get into somebody's. Come on.
It's got to be a crime because isn't it illegal to be there after hours? Or maybe since they're staff, they can technically be there, I guess.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. I feel like they're not pressing charges because this was so gay. They just don't want to get involved with it. Honestly,
that's probably it. That makes sense.
So wait, they're not pressing charges at all?
It said, well, according to a senior congressional official, no crime was committed. The sex acts are consensual, regardless of the locale. I guess that kind of is it, right? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I have yet. He got fired, but I've yet to see anything else other than they just get fired. Now, unfortunately, that brings us to the second backshot heard around the world.
They did it again.
It has come to light that this is not the first time this has happened. So this apparently, now this came afterwards, but apparently this happened before, way before this, right? So a spokesperson for Dan Newhouse, a Washington Republican, told I don't know how to pronounce that, but told a news organization that an investigation was launched following, quote, purported unbecoming behavior by a senior staffer in his office. Now, the unnamed staffer, who denied he took part in the explicit content, left his job in autumn 2022 and moved on for unrelated reasons. Now, since the June 8th action of breach of trust, oh, okay. So they already got the name of this other dude. Okay, yeah, cool. I don't care about that. What's the second, the other one? Let me get that one. Hold on, I'm reading through the article. Oh yeah, so they were featured in the Snapchat story of a user. And one of the videos featured a man masturbating inside a house office building, which was identifiable by standard Capitol House furniture and carpeting. The desk at which the videographer performed also held a branded congressional mouse pad. A screenshot of a second video shows two men engaged in a sex act in an office setting. Faces are not visible.
Man, they gay again?
They're gay again.
Hey man.
Well, like
Shout out to
politics aside, I do think that, you know, like I mean, since I work with sex addicts, I will say that it is extremely common to masturbate at work, that or to have any sort of like sexual whatever at work. That's very, very common.
Really? That's common.
Yes.
Yeah,
Work
so just think about it. One of them niggas you helped on the phone was whacking it.
Yeah, work
especially
and
people work from home.
the freeway. Those are
The
most
freeway
common.
in traffic. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
work in traffic. I'm so serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely seen things at work, but
I was about to say you definitely what? You definitely what?
I've definitely queued some stuff up at work for when I get home later.
But you see, people act like, "What are you doing at work?" You're so nah. It's not like that.
Listen, I had pulled up the side page at work before, like just on some shit. Like, oh, what's that? No, let me send that to myself for later.
Yeah,
let me send that to myself for later. Hold on, that was crazy. What was that? What day was on?
Yeah, like, oh, you scrolling on Twitter. I'll bookmark that. We'll come back to that.
That's one of those. I'm not gonna look directly at it, but I'm gonna come back for you.
See, I don't even need to come back because I have my own office. And the way my office works, I face the door, so no one can see my phone in front of me. So if I see something on Twitter, I just watch it, and then if I see something that I like,
just lower the blinds, lock that door. Right.
I always have AirPods in
boys.
when I'm at work, so I'm never in danger of anybody hearing what I'm watching.
He said, "I'm never in danger."
I'm never in danger. I'm never in danger. Kills me.
Yeah, that's a very common. Do people post it on their close friends? I don't know, but then there are people that are like, that's their kink, like to see that kind of stuff. So
yeah, and I know for some people, it's just some of it is just the risk. It's the inherent risk of like it's like it's adrenaline. It's a thrill seeking, right? Like it's like I just know that I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to do this. Like they gonna catch me. They gonna catch me. Oh god.
Little freak.
No, but it's like you gotta think about like for real. Like imagine there were times like because I'm thinking to myself like I've never done shit like that, but I think to myself when I was younger, there were things you did that you knew were inherently risky, and that's what made it fun. Like that's just what was part of what it was. It was just like, oh, this ain't even a good lie, and I could get caught, and that's why I'm gonna tell it. That's exactly why I'm gonna tell it because I want you to believe this one. I could work on a better lie. But I want to, because if I give you the best lie, I'm going to get away with it. I want there to be some risk, just a little bit, not too much. But then some people, again, when you get a little dysregulated, it's hard to calculate what that risk is now. And now it's hard to see how risky you really being. So you thinking to yourself, well, my door is locked, my blinds is closed, I'm good, right? No, you're not good to drop your drawers to your fucking ankles. You're not, no. Like, you're definitely not good for that.
We have zippers for a reason, people.
Oh no!
You gotta pull the pants all the way down around the ankles.
Fellas, lady, whoever, do not ever beat that thing through the zipper. Don't ever do that. Don't listen to this man. You either go through the top or you do nothing.
You can fully unbutton, but just don't have them around the ankles. Is what I'm getting at.
No, I'm just saying, do not have that thing around the zipper at all. You understand me?
Oh yeah, I've been in some
don't even let that thing come close to a zipper. Don't you dare.
I've definitely been in some situations. I know what you're talking about.
Because listen, man, I've had that. Oh God, the feeling like when you zipping up the suitcase and a lining on the inside get caught on the zipper. Or better yet, when you like zipping up a bag and it's a plastic bag inside and the plastic bag get caught in like the tracks. You don't want to play them games. That's all I'm saying.
Used both the balls and the shaft. I've got so much zipper related injury. It's painful to think about.
Oh, why did he get like that?
I'm speaking the truth. The people believe this is hard hitting news.
Oh man, okay. All right, so do we want to talk about the hacker they sent to Arkham Asylum, or do we want to talk about Drewski and Trey Rag or Rags, or I don't know how to
Let's talk about both, because that hacker, man. You weren't in the party. I was talking to Reef and Jordan earlier. I still think life for hacking is crazy, but after reading into the case, I definitely understand why they did it. Because the GTA hack, he did that while he was already
on probation. Yeah.
in trouble. He already hacked other big Fortune 500 companies. And the hotel room that he was in, where he hacked GTA, that he was in police custody. The police had him in that hotel.
He still got the business. He got straight to work.
He told the judge, I'm not going to stop hacking. When I get out, I'm going to do it again. And they had a psychiatrist, do a check on him. And they said he had some severe type of autism to where he didn't understand and what he was doing was wrong. So they threw that nigga in Arkham Asylum indefinitely. Getting a life charge for a non-violent crime is just crazy, but I understand why. If he straight up said, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to do it when I get out. What else can you do?
For me, I think the part that was kind of wild to me, it was a few different parts, right? So because of how, like you were saying, how acute his autism was, they were saying that he was deemed unfit to stand trial. And I feel like that's why they went this route, because they're like, we're going to fuck you one way or another. And if you're not going to do jail time, the second best thing I can do is put you in a cell with Killer Croc.
Yeah, I think too, it's like his autism, like he has acute autism. So that means it's really not severe. It's like on the mild side, but probably his ability to like know right from wrong is skewed. All I know is I think the fact that they're in the UK was a large, because that would not fly in America.
No, not at all.
They would put that boy in jail.
No, in America in America, buddy, you're doing 15.
Yeah, I think like the nature of their carceral system has more to do with it than like his autism, because he's actually not. He's not super, like, not super autistic. It's not he's not severely autistic.
Super autistic. Stage 3 autism.
Yeah.
Autism Deluxe Edition. But yeah, so they said that he's required to stay there for life unless doctors determine that he's no longer a danger. Which, this is like, it's great. Like, bro, you can commit somebody for life off of hacking. That's crazy, dog. That is
crazy.
I'm sorry, I can't.
He's part of the gang. Like, he's part of a cyber crime gang.
Oh my god, bro, man, he ain't even shoot nobody. He ain't even flip a brick.
But my thing
and
is,
him and actually another boy in the gang who's only 17, so that's why his case looks a little bit different, because he's still a minor. They're the only two that have been convicted from this gang, but this gang it's apparently like a UK/Brazilian gang.
They be listening to that Brazilian funk shit. They be listening to the
like, because like they'll either be speaking in English or Portuguese.
Got you.
My thing is, they do this for sex offenders, where they get out of jail, they get put on the registry, and they're not allowed to have any type of electronics that can access the internet to where they can be in contact with children. So why don't they just take away his devices, take away his internet?
Because this nigga has hacked a TV with an Amazon
Fire Stick and a keyboard and mouse. Like,
but he needed a phone for that too. But I'm saying, just bar him from technology. Make sure you don't got a smart TV. Make sure you don't.
Let's be honest here. Even in the case of sex offenders, like, brother, how realistic is it that I can stop you from having a device with internet connection for the rest of your life? That's fucking impossible.
That's gonna be hard to do.
I wouldn't even say hard. It's impossible. Like it's no possible.
I'm just thinking, like, it's got to be something else other than life in fucking Arkham Asylum.
Shit, I would have took 100 lashes or something. Like,
well, but then again, he said he's gonna do it again. So after that 100 lashes, he's about to go IBM.
Yeah.
You gotta put this nigga next to the Joker. what else can you do?
Yeah, and also he probably didn't give up any like intel on the gang.
Yeah, and it said that while he was in custody, he had been violent as well. And there was reports of injury or property damage. Now, granted, the police said this. Them niggas be lying. I don't know, but either way, again, if all of this is true, like, yeah, if you was violent in custody and you was doing that, and you said, nigga, when I get out, I'm finna hack somebody again, bro. Fuck you talking
But
about?
it's just so interesting how like the UK and the US is different in that sense because, like I said, you do that shit in the US, like the nigga that hacked JSTOR, or just to like make the ebooks available. He, the FBI drove him to killing himself. Like, they don't. The way that the countries handle these things, because that kind of shit would not fly. Like, you would not be in any mental institution.
If this is America, they probably wouldn't even have had a psychiatrist evaluate him. He would have just went.
Yeah, it's like, we're going to kill you.
Yeah, it wouldn't have even been a question. He's in jail.
Said, look at me. We're gonna violate your civil rights. We're gonna violate them. Yeah,
maybe
so
they can do like what was that movie, Black Hat? Maybe they can turn him into a government hacker.
I feel like that's really your only hope, because he finna do this. Like, brother, bro, listen. If a nigga was on probation for hacking Uber and Nvidia, and you had this nigga in custody in a hotel room, and all it took for him was a smartphone, a keyboard, and a mouse, and then the fire stick that come with the room, bro, this nigga's finna get the job done. Period.
But the thing about hackers is like they're so anti-establishment that it's really hard to get them on board with that. Like, there are some hackers who have like converted to escape jail time, but a lot of times these hackers be so anti-establishment. And
like, it's a certain type of person who gets drawn into this line of work.
Yeah, it's like exactly. If you do this, it's probably because you don't fuck with the government. You don't. So working with them, and it's like, I wouldn't trust you. I literally wouldn't trust you, and I wouldn't even know what you're doing on that computer.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the real issue, because you just nigga over there click clacking. You just how's the game going, son?
Like, if you're the best guy, who can monitor the best guy on these computers?
Exactly. His supervisor's looking over the shoulder like, is China hacked yet? Did you do it?
Did you do it? Did you?
Next thing you know, he's got all the nation's secrets. He's posting them on WikiLeaks. Like,
he's sitting there like, yo, so there's a dude that works for the Department of Defense. He's a killer. You're like, wait, what are you talking about?
Pay you to hack our people. What are you doing?
No, I get it. But when I put out my code, I noticed that like the Department of Defense shit was terrible. So I just figured, fuck it, why not? Like, I just figured I wanted to see what was in there. Just go poking around, see what's up with
it. Prayers up to that young man.
Yeah, sure.
But that game is like,
really hurt anybody?
They hacked Microsoft, so it's like there's really no there's no limitations.
What'd you say, Moise?
I said, who has they hurt anybody? Like, these are billion-dollar corporations.
They caused $7 million in damages.
The companies lose money.
My trailer leaked early and you caused me damage. Now, speaking of hacks, there was the infamous hack. Infamous, as in the studio. Not infamous. Insomniac. I'm sorry. So sorry.
They made the game
Insomniac.
Yeah, they made the game, and thank you. That fucked
now up. That I'm not in favor of that type of hacking. Like, hack Microsoft, hack Nvidia, but you just hacked alpha version of a game that people have been working on for years. Like, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say is, I think, and we talked about this when there was like the Vegas with the casinos that got hacked. The problem with some of this stuff is that as an employee, I would feel a certain way.
For sure.
I'm not gonna hold you. If I knew that my personal information was in this hack, and I knew all y'all had to do was pay $2 fucking million, that would kind of blow me. That y'all just said, "Well, fuck it. Well, we don't care about your data, nigga. I'm not. Literally, we don't negotiate with you."
It's not like they just got the game information. They had public information for people in the company. Like, that would piss me off as an employee.
Like, because especially as an employee, because it's like this hack affected everything, right? Yeah. Like, put it this way. Like, hold on. Like, Literally, hold on. This guy even says it, right? It was a principal lecturer at the Rochester Institute of Technology's Department of Cybersecurity. This nigga said these leaks are unprecedented. They include far more than just game assets, right? They said they had Wolverine game files and the company's 12-year release plan. That alone is bad enough, but that's just the company. Yeah. But beyond that, non-disclosure agreements, internal developer Slack communications, internal HR documents, scanned employee passports.
That's insane. These niggas are about to sell that information. A lot of people about to lose their identities.
Recorded videos of meetings. Like, bro, I'm sorry. You better pay that $2 million to get this fucking data off the street, bro. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They wanted 50 Bitcoin, which was roughly $2 million. Oh. I'm so sorry. Y'all got to get that data off the fucking streets. That's crazy to me. And I understand. $2 million. I understand we don't negotiate with terrorists, but you do. But you do, though.
Yeah. You're going to pay more in that class action lawsuit when all the employees...
Yeah, right. Exactly. On top of the fact that it's like, bro, what's 2 M's? Like, I know some people will do the whole, well, if we pay them, then how do we guarantee that they'll give our shit back? There is no guarantee. You know what? The only guarantee you got is if you don't pay, your shit come out. That's the only guarantee you really know, is that if nobody pays them niggas they $2 million, then guess what? My information just hits the web.
At least the hackers haven't posted anybody's personal information. They only posted the gameplay from the Wolverine game.
Well, that's the problem. We don't know that because think about it. Put it this way. On Twitter,
just dropped it on the website.
Right? Exactly. I was just about to say on Twitter. You think the average Twitter user gives a fuck about anything besides Wolverine Alpha gameplay and 12-year plans? I don't give a fuck about a passport scan, but I guarantee you there's websites where they do. So it's like,
and I guarantee you we're gonna get that $2 million regardless because I'm gonna sell these.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna get that 2 M's. I'm leaving here with something.
I'm leaving here with something.
I'm from round the way. I'm leaving here with something.
Really bad for the employees.
So it's like that's the part. That's the part that really I feel like is fucked up because it's like you're putting them at a serious risk, and it's like $2 million is all of that, and then on top of that, like it's just a matter of like this is an insane violation, and y'all niggas are treating this like well, we just not gonna pay that $2 million. And it's like, brother, here's the thing: you're gonna spend at least $2 million to upgrade your cybersecurity. You're gonna spend at least $2 million on these class action lawsuits down the road. You're gonna spend and again, it's just so crazy to me where it's just like, bro, think about what you pay each employee. I don't know they wages, right? But let's say it's hundreds of employees and they all make $80,000 a year. That's $2 million right there. Like you are literally just paying for the safeguarding of your employees. And it's just like, to me, this is so crazy because it's like, again, I don't approve of a hack like this. I think it's fucked up. And I think most hacks are fucked up, but I think some of them I'm gonna let slide. But this one is like, it's fucked up. But at the same time, I also think there is absolutely onus put on the studio because it's no fucking way that $2 million is all it would have took to, at the very least, you play. Because what I will say, and this is, please, you do not have to hand it to hackers. But what I will say is most of the time, and I'm when I say most, I want to say like 80-90% of the time, when them niggas give you an edict and you follow it, they play by the rules.
They drop the data, or they don't drop the data.
When they say straight up, "Hey, look, bro, pay me my $3 million," I get the fuck out your face. And you pay that $3 million, they get the fuck out your face 90% of the time. Maybe it's a couple scumbags here and there who be like, dropping it anyway, pussy. But it's like when you think of, like, for example, I watched the Ashley Madison doc. That's how they got cooked. They got fried off of that because they didn't see. The problem is they didn't suspect the fallout. They knew what would happen if the data got out, but they didn't know what would happen after what happened, and then some other shit happened. And like, it's like, you knew, okay, once the data gets out, it's a bunch of emails, a bunch of addresses, a bunch of people's names. Okay, cool. So you knew the data would leak.
Addresses and names is crazy to just.
Wait, but think about it.
Put your address on Ashley Madison?
Well, some people did, right? It was like optional, but some people put their address, right?
Put your address?
Because the whole website is trying to get you comfortable with, like, hey, look, this is a place for cheaters to go to cheat. Get your shit on, bro. You good here, and you were, and that's why niggas felt so comfortable.
It's the place for cheaters to cheat. I'm making, nigga, if I'm on this site, I'm not even gonna put a profile picture up.
So
putting my fucking address where my wife and family are.
Here's the other thing, though. Right? Think about with something like, let's compare Insomniac to Ashley Madison, right? With the Insomniac leaks, you can pretty much guarantee what's going to happen when that data leaks. I'm going to use that data to create these fake, like niggas are going to steal your identity. That's just how this is going to go. Mm-hmm. With an Ashley Madison,
I think too, leak, it's like with the address. Sometimes too, it's like it's not even that you put your address on there, but that Ashley Madison has a premium feature. Typically with those, you gotta put, you gotta sign up.
Pay with a card,
your debit card, and put it on all those things.
Yeah, put it on an email address, and
yeah.
And some of that
debit card information to Ashley Madison has gotta hurt.
But see,
here's the thing. Getting divorced, now you got credit card fraud.
But that's the other part of the Ashley Madison part, which is why when that happened to them, I didn't understand how they didn't see this. Like, brother, forget the fact for a second that a bunch of your internal information will leak. We're talking about a service where people go to cheat. Do you know what happens when that information gets out on a scale that is to the tune of millions? Mm-hmm. We're talking about millions of cheaters get outed overnight. I really don't think you understand.
Very high-profile people like senators and shit.
Yeah, many of them. Like there was a lot of guys who worked for the government, worked for governments overseas, and so my thing is, what ended up happening was, niggas started offing themselves. People start, you get what I'm saying? Like, and that's shit that you don't account for because you just think, well, if their lives get ruined, I don't give a fuck about that. But like, and so that's what I mean when I say it's like sometimes I just don't understand how these companies, the metrics, like because it's like in that case. This is way deeper than, their information gets out and somebody's going to use their information to steal their identity. Brother, this information gets out. That guy is going to boom himself because he was never supposed to be doing this. Like, this isn't like I work for Insomniac. My information gets out. Now I got to fight tooth and nail to not have my identity stolen. But my wife won't leave me for this. Like, my life's not over because of this. My family's not going to, like, everything doesn't crumble beneath me because of this. I just got to deal with fucking identity theft. Like, so that's the part where 2 million is such a low ass. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. It's 2 million.
They've seen all these other companies get hacked, like especially like Ashley Madison. That's the best example out there. You saw the fallout of this, and you know what they have. If they only said, "Hey, we got your release cycle for the next 12 years. Hey, we got Wolverine gameplay," I don't give a fuck about that. But once they said, we have your employees' data and we have Slack messages and recorded videos.
Yeah. Passport scans, nigga.
HR and legal should have did a fusion dance to force finance to pay that $2 million. Because, dog, you passport scans, social security number scans, birth certificates, dog.
Yeah,
you niggas are in shambles.
Bro, 1090s and
like
W2s, brother, you're not thinking, are you?
They couldn't have been. The higher ups are just thinking, I'm not spending $2 million. We make money, we don't spend money. They ignore everything.
But Raevin, just like what you were saying, the funniest thing is this website was in contact with them. They said 98% of the full data set was uploaded, with the remaining files having been sold.
Oh, so that data's gone already.
I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah, it's like they were gonna sell. They're gonna sell it either way. And the thing is, it's like it's FBI propaganda because truthfully, like when this sort of thing happens, they don't hold that water. They call somebody. They call the FBI or whoever they call. FBI is gonna tell you, don't negotiate, don't do, that because that's what they say. And it's not because if you pay them, they're gonna do it anyway. It's because, if you pay them, then this just gives them the agency to continue doing this to other corporations. It just gives them the, they feel like they
it won't be me again, bitch. It won't be me again.
Oh, sorry, Microsoft. We good at Sony. We already paid them once.
We paid them once. I had to spend my money to get my shit up after that because I can't get hacked again. But hey, hey, you got me. You got me.
Good luck to you in your future endeavors, Mr. Hacker. Just don't see me.
Yeah, it's like they're getting pressure. Like they'll, the FBI is not going to be like, yeah, give them the money. So it's like the company's getting pressured from the FBI.
But that's so fucking corny to me because
it's like I came out for help.
And one and two is so corny because Y'all about to sit here and act like the U.S. government don't negotiate with? Like, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
What like? It's plenty of situations where you knew, oh, they got your balls in a vice grip, and then you gonna pay them that money anyway. Because what else you finna do? What I'm finna do?
That's protecting their interest.
Right.
I want to catch these people. So who cares what happens to your company?
Exactly. And if I'm the company, brother, fuck all of that dumb shit. These niggas not getting caught. They're not getting caught. Because these are full groups who be saying straight up, like, they'll pull up on day one. What up? It's Bozo Behavior. Let me just tell y'all something real quick. It's me, it's Moist, and we running through y'all shit. We got about 2 terabytes of y'all information, and if y'all don't pay up in 7 days, like, they don't be hiding. So it's like, I really don't think y'all want to find these niggas that bad. To be perfectly
frank.
And
it's like they know what you can. They know Insomniac can't afford $10 million. Like they're scaling it too. They're gonna ask Microsoft. They're gonna ask Microsoft for 15 M's. They're gonna ask Nvidia for maybe 3. Like they know because they actually want that money. Like that's why I feel like
exactly.
They would have asked for an outlandish number that they know you couldn't provide.
Mm-hmm. They'd be like, all right, what you making revenue last year? Like, okay. 60 million. Let me think. Let me take 3%. That's solid, right? That's solid, right?
They have tailored this to your budget. They have tailored this ransom to your budget.
That's nuts. And
that's so sick for real. But yeah, it's really it. Yeah, so let me see. Insomniac Games. Let me see what they revenue is. Their estimated revenue is 140. Them boys only 1 and 2.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Y'all could have put that 2 up. Nigga, I don't know how many copies Spider-Man sold.
That was a modest ask.
Like, bro, Spider-Man alone would have paid for your shit. Like, not to mention, stop it. Stop
Spider-Man 2, it didn't win any awards, but it was nominated for Game of the Year. It had to have had hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of copies sold, and y'all couldn't pay a measly $2 million.
It was a modest request.
Put it this way, like
I hope they file for bankruptcy from the class action lawsuit of all the employees.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this. Do y'all know? Listen, so Insomniac had a game that they were contracted through, I think, Microsoft to make called Sunset Overdrive.
Played that on Xbox.
You played it, cool. Now this game made more money for Xbox or Microsoft than it did for Insomniac. Insomniac made $42 million off that game. Now, of the profits, it's about $7 million in profit.
So y'all got it 2 easily. Y'all got 2 right there.
If you made 7 off of Sunset Overdrive, bro, we not about to talk about Spider-Man. We not about to talk about no Spiral or no Ratchet and Clank. Bro, pay them niggas they $2 million. Pay them they $2 million.
Let's do it, man. Come on.
Because I've seen people just like y'all putting the blame on the studios and not the hackers. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. This is like saying you put the blame on the robbers and not they're robbing niggas. What are you talking about? Bro, if the guy is walking the street with a banger waiting for niggas to rob, I'm not about to start moralizing to the nigga that robs people.
And to what extent can I place blame on niggas who do not have a face or a name?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know who these niggas are. What's there to blame?
Yeah, I don't. Y'all got a group name.
I really hate those guys, whoever they are.
It's like, oh, I can't stand the Tribe Called Quest. Like, it's a group of niggas.
Taliban. Well, that's
right. Which one? That damn boss. I can't stand them niggas.
Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky.
Ricky, when I catch you. Whoever Ricky is, that might be a pseudonym.
Yeah, right.
Imagine getting mad at Anonymous. Their name is Anonymous.
It's a bunch of niggas with V for Vendetta masks, bro. I don't know who did it, bro. What the fuck? I'm mad you didn't pay the ransom. What the hell?
Meanwhile, this is like some 15-year-old in his mom's basement, like.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere in fucking Portugal,
in Nebraska. Like I don't know.
I mean, if I'm in the middle of nowhere in fucking Portugal or Nebraska, if I'm anywhere and I'm broke and I have the skills to fucking hack and get money, I'm doing it, nigga.
Especially with Bitcoin, knowing how that tracing and how that whole process works and shit.
super difficult to trace cryptocurrency if you do it right.
That shit was made for niggas like
that's
me.
why they use it. That's why they use crypto for all of those things. That's why even like, and the thing is, they know this, which is why it's like they're going to sell this stuff on the illicit market. Like they're going and selling that.
And the funniest thing is, I'm looking at this ransom. This one was for anybody. That $2 million was not for Insomniac. That was an open. That was an open request, nigga.
Yeah, whoever
So like, whoever wants to pay it can pay it.
Whoever got $2 million for the data, bro. Here it go.
Oh, so like if
it
bro,
was so cut and dry.
I will read. I will read the sentence. Oh, you bringing up crazy? They got you. Hello? Oh no. I think they got him.
Got him.
They got him. We gotta pay a ransom to get him back. Oh no.
Some data.
Okay, I think that. All right. Hello, say something now. Nah. Still cooked.
Ooh.
Still cooked.
Am I lagging?
Yeah. Hold on. Talk now.
I'm talking.
Okay. I think it's good now. Go ahead.
They tried to get me.
They
See,
did.
I'm speaking the truth. That's what happens. See, that's what happens when you start talking for it. See.
But the sentence literally said they wanted 50 Bitcoin for the data and were willing to take that from anyone who wanted it via an auction on its dark website.
Oh, these are real. These are hackers.
Niggas had an auction.
That's what I said. They're going to go to the illicit market and sell. Obviously I don't say dark web because it's racially motivated, but
I've never thought about that.
It's the illicit. I don't say the black market or the dark web. It's the illicit market.
What about the deep web? That's not too racial.
Deep web works. Deep web works.
What about the evil market?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So literally, nigga, this was eBay, bro. They literally had a timer on their shit. Like, look, bro, 7 days. Like, who I want this shit for real? Y'all come get it. 7 days passed, nobody bought it. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna sell the little bit of shit I can sell, and the rest of that, I'm just posting. Fuck it.
That makes it even worse. The fact that they hit up Insomniac, they told them what they had, including their employees' data, and said, "We're gonna have an auction for this, $2 million." So y'all could have. So they told y'all, "We're gonna get rid of this if y'all don't pay it," and we have your employees' data, and they did nothing. That makes them even worse.
They put that shit on the .onion website and went on about their day.
Sold that little shit he could for like $500,000 and said, "All right, I made something. Fuck it. I told you I'd leave me here with something."
Corporate greed.
All right, and so I guess that leaves us with Drewski versus one of his sons.
Oh wait, and also the
and the cruise thing that you're talking about. Yeah.
Cruise.
And Jonathan Majors. Truthfully, I forgot all about that too.
What is this 9-month cruise?
I don't know. So I guess I'll cover the shit we do know first, because that'll Raevin will lead that, because I have no idea what that's referring to. So for those who don't know, Jonathan Majors sentenced to guilty for assault and harassment, to the surprise of nobody but dumb niggas. And yeah. I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, this is gonna be a real quick one. It was gonna be in and out. I ain't have much.
What else can we say? I mean, the nigga's guilty. He's no longer hanging marble, and he still wears tweed suits and pork pie hats.
Pork pie hats.
What else can you say? I mean,
one thing I will say is this is a great case of nigga you should have settled. This is a great case of nigga you should have settled, because you probably would have kept your job. You probably would have kept your job.
Yeah.
Because listen, allegations of you hitting some girl and then you settle out of court. I mean, come on, bro. It's Hollywood. Like,
let's talk about.
I mean, they'll move on.
half the crew of the Avengers are probably women beaters. I know for a fact.
Jeremy Renner
Hawkeye
is.
is.
Yeah,
Jeremy
Hawkeye.
Renner, that's
Yep.
a fact.
I can't stand that nigga.
Who is it? Vision? He's not a woman beater, but he joked about Johnny Depp burning
Oh yeah, that
Amber
part.
Heard's
Yes,
body.
I know he got it in him. Yep, I know he got it in him.
He got it in him. So I mean, if you would have just paid, it wouldn't have mattered. It's the fact that now it went to court and you're guilty. They kind of don't have a choice but to let you go.
Mm-hmm. And especially because I just think like the wildest part is that he ended up having this Mickey Mouse ass lawyer, which like who ended up like mentioning shit that was supposed to be stricken from the record, but because now you mention it, well, guess now we can put all the text messages in here.
How are you a rich nigga and buy a bad lawyer?
I don't know. I think some of these cases, I just think like your lawyer can't do much, so they start making shit up, right? Because think about it.
Yeah.
If I'm a lawyer and you hire me for a case where it's like you're pretty much dead to rights, like, and all I can do is tell you to settle, but like you're one of them idiot niggas who's like, no, my ego is better than why would I settle? A settle is almost like an admission
that
of
makes
guilt.
me look guilty.
Yeah, that makes me look guilty. Nigga, you did this shit. Just settle. What the hell?
That's my thing. If you did it, then what's your beef with looking guilty? Because you did it.
Listen, if I did it, I'm settling, bro. I'm settling. And I might settle even if I didn't do it.
You sound like R. Kelly.
You said what?
Didn't R. Kelly come out with a song where he's like, if I did it? Oh, no, think about O.J. Simpson. He wrote a book called If I Did It.
Right.
Yeah, if I did it.
I'm sorry.
Now, I didn't, but I'm saying, like, if I did it, look like this. Type shit. Type shit. Like, Like, so that's the part that's just like, you really should have just settled. You should have just, like, because I think with a settlement, now, granted, I don't know how Disney moves with a settle, but I think Disney probably still lets this cook if he settles.
Yeah, because Disney, they announced that they were thinking of scrapping Kang from Marvel. If he would have settled, they would have let him rock. But he got the guilty verdict, and minutes, maybe seconds after the verdict was released, he's dropped by Marvel.
They had that shit queued up, nigga.
And yeah, we're waiting. Like, we either gonna hit enter on this tweet or we gonna hit backskate.
Because I think the problem was, I think Jonathan Majors and his lawyer, and I think a lot of people, Tory Lanez did the same thing. I think these people fight these battles in the court of public opinion, not realizing they have to show up to real court.
Yeah.
You're battling me to save an image, not realizing, nigga, if you lose in court, it won't matter.
Fuck the image, nigga. You're going to jail.
Yeah, bro, you're battling me. And out here trying to make it seem like, well, he was just running from her and da-da-da. Brother, all that shit is good. In court, they will see things that will be sealed, dummy. They will see things that none of us on the outside will see. They'll get context that none of us have. You're not.
I think he got lost in the sauce because the beginning of this last year or earlier this year, whenever this shit originally happened, his lawyer released those text messages. Where the girl was admitting that she was in the wrong, and the court of public opinion was like, "Oh, he's an abuser. This is something that a victim would say."
Literally.
And so you already lost the court of public opinion, and then you go to real court and lose in the judicial system. You should have just let your lawyer cook. They already made you look bad.
He's a narcissist.
Right, yeah, and that's the ego, all of the shit that comes with that. Yep,
a narcissist, you cannot tell a narcissist that they will lose anything, and that's the thing. Like, people don't understand when they try to apply like logic that makes sense to an abuser who likely has a personality disorder that would delude his ability, ability to think clearly around this. Because it's just like, in his mind, he probably believes his own lies, or probably believes his own justifications to the point that he thought even the court would. So he's probably gobsmacked. Same with Tory Lanez. Like,
not gobsmacked.
Let me ask you something. Since you work in the psychology field, is there a treatment for narcissists? Is there like a medicine for narcissism?
Not a medicine.
No,
because they have medicine for. They have antidepressants. They have antipsychotics. Like, because it's definitely a mood disorder. Like, how do you treat narcissism? Because like a narcissist, they obviously think they're right. So how are they going to go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist and listen to them tell them that they're a narcissist?
So like, so since narcissism isn't a mood disorder, it's a personality disorder.
That's what I meant.
And when it's a personality disorder, there's really no full holistic whole treatment for a personality disorder because it's embedded and ingrained into your personality. Usually people don't get diagnosed with a narcissistic personality disorder because they probably don't think anything is wrong with their behavior, so they wouldn't elect to go to a therapist or a psychologist to get an evaluation for that. So a lot of times, the only time they end up getting a diagnosis is because they've interacted with either a carceral system or some sort of rehabilitation or mental health system because they have some other symptomatic behavior like an addiction or an abuse situation that causes them to go seek that sort of treatment. But overall, it's like the only thing that it requires willpower, their own personal willpower and recognition, because some can recognize, some don't want to change at all. Some do recognize the flaws in their behaviors and they want to change, but it does require that willpower. And then other medications can help, like, antidepressants, and because they probably have some subsequent mental illnesses from having this personality disorder or trauma, which is how they develop the personality disorder. But they're just going to need therapy for the rest of their life, a real intensive, like, psychotropic intervention, which is like some medication therapy, a lot of like skill building. So they may need to go into an inpatient facility for an extended period of time. And that's when you can probably bet that they may be able to like navigate life, but they're always going to struggle with those symptoms.
How likely is it, do you think, that a person with narcissism would, because like you said, they don't think anything's wrong, so they wouldn't go to therapy. It's like if somebody, like you said, they end up in a situation where they have to get therapy, like how likely is it that they can actually acknowledge, like you said, it takes willpower, and a lot of them won't decide to do it because they don't think anything's wrong. It's just, to me, it just seems like hard to even treat something like that.
It is hard. I think since I work in like drug and alcohol and sex and gambling rehabilitation, that's like where I work. So I see a lot of, the people that we do treat that have personality disorders through, like, their life has become unmanageable in some way. They've developed an addiction, and that's one of the 12 steps. Like, they recognize that their life has become unmanageable. So through that, they're able to see, like, clearly I'm having such a shitty time navigating life that something's gotta change. So sometimes they have the willpower to do that because some of them, like, they do have things that they want to maintain. Like, they want to keep their job. I've had patients diagnosed with narcissism that are doctors and lawyers and pilots. Like, they want to keep working. They want to keep their marriage. They want to keep, whether or not they have the empathy and all the things that people without those personality disorders have. It's kind of like, you really just gotta learn, can I at least know how to emulate that and put it in place. Some of them have the willpower to do it, some of them don't. So it's not really like a likelihood, it's more so like, is there something that is happening so unmanageable in their life that they're willing to do
Whatever
this
they
to
can
change that? Exactly. Some of them haven't reached that point. Some of them, like, same thing with Jonathan Majors. So, like, this is a situation. His life has clearly become unmanageable. You have lost a major acting job. This is just how it works. It's like they get away with a lot of things, and then eventually, the unmanageability steps in because it always does, and it's their choice if they want to use that to fuel their desire to, like, shift and change some of these behaviors, even if it's just a fake it till you make it kind of thing, or fall deeper into it and end up like harming more people because they're miserable.
So you brought up empathy earlier. Is narcissism, because I know there's a spectrum between sociopathy, or I don't know. I know there's a spectrum between psychopathy and social. Is narcissism on that spectrum? Do narcissists have traits of like lack of empathy, like sociopaths and psychopaths?
Yeah, so narcissism is a cluster B personality disorder. So there's cluster A, cluster B, and cluster C. So your cluster B personality disorders are antisocial personality disorders, which is that sociopathy and like psychopathy, whatever it is you want to describe it as, a borderline personality disorder, histrionic, and then narcissistic personality disorder. So those are going to be like your cluster B disorders, and it's like a lot of them do have that lack of empathy. That lack of empathy is like kind of one of the it's one of the major points of it, is like having a lack of empathy. So it's not just sociopaths that, don't have lack of empathy. It's also like narcissists. They struggle with that as well. Some of them, and empathy looks different for a lot of people, because some of them, they can, like, from a narcissistic way, empathize a little bit, in the sense that, like, because I've identified you as my person. So, like, I feel for my children, I feel for my wife, because I view them as an extension of me, kind of thing. So it's like they can sometimes trick themselves into moving empathetically. You might, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
because
sounds
it's like,
crazy.
I'm viewing you as an extension of me.
I definitely care
So
about
to
me,
speak.
so I mean,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
hmm
yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
like
I never
but
thought
he
about that.
fully. I'm not like, I don't, psychoanalyze celebrities, like, I like diagnose them, but I do think, he gives me like narcissist personality disorder if I had to pick one.
Yeah, I mean, even from the text messages, he was saying shit like, "I'm a great man. You're lucky to be with me. Kindly,
Yeah.
Coretta Scott King to my Martin or something." Like saying, "I'm a great man.
hmm
You're lucky to be with me" is off top. That sounds narcissistic.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're very sensitive to rejection, very, that, they need to feel admired, they need to feel special, and it's because they're deeply insecure inside. And like this facade that he puts on also fits it. It's very characterized. Like, he has pretty, like, I want to know, before his character on Lovecraft Country, did he dress like that? Because I feel like
He had to. He's dressing like that now. He
yeah,
definitely
I'm saying, like,
definitely can't
I'm
be
like,
a
I feel
guard.
like once he took on that role, I think he was like, oh, this is kind of like, I want to be this, and I feel like he started dressing
I
like
feel
that.
like Martin dressing like this.
Yeah, like
Brother
he's
Martin
feeling
wore
like,
this as Selma.
exactly. Like, I think that's really the only reason.
No, that's crazy to think about. I like your view. I'm gonna say he didn't dress like that until Lovecraft Country. That's my
Yeah, that's
headcanon
just
now.
my guess. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, you did not buy a single Kangol hat until you did not own a pair of suspenders until.
I wish I could. I wish. Hold on. Oh, I wish I could post this picture. Of course.
Picture of what?
Jonathan Majors wearing some bullshit in 2018.
Oh, before Lovecraft Country. Okay, let's see it. So
Yeah, yeah. Here we go.
he's been a fashion icon.
There we go.
Oh, it's a terrible fit. Terrible fit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But this
I
is a little bit
prefer
more tricky, though.
I prefer him
Yeah.
dressing like a civil rights marcher. I prefer that.
Yeah.
Now, where was
Oh
this
my
picture from?
god.
I don't remember where that one's from.
Rich people have people that dress them, right?
Some of them.
Some of them. But if you're a narcissist, you know how to dress. So I'm gonna put that shit on.
Yeah. Why would I need? Why would I need
Why would I
that?
need somebody to tell me how to dress? I know what the fuck I'm doing.
You putting that shit on.
I'm putting that shit. His ass is not putting that shit on.
In the slightest. This is a terrible fit. Oh my god. What kind of shirt is that behind under the cardigan or whatever the fuck that is? Yo, his hairline here looks fuck what he got on. He looks like a substitute teacher, but his hairline is in shambles right now. Good
Yeah, I
God.
feel like him and Jidena are the same brand of narcissist. Like,
Now Mr. Classic, man.
like they're both classic. Like they're like a Django Unchained specific strain of narcissists.
I can't stand it. Django Unchained that's the perfect explanation. I
I'm
can't
not gonna hold
stand
you.
you suit dressing niggas.
He was really feeling this fit though. Like he's gotten this off a few times.
No,
Oh
not
man. Catching a nigga with millions of dollars wearing the same fit is diabolical.
Okay, this is
Nigga,
the
you
White Boy
should
Rick
not
premiere. White Boy Rick fits.
He was in White Boy Rick?
He was in White Boy Rick, and most notably, he's not wearing that bullshit.
See, you see. I'm just
Mm.
saying.
These fits look drastically different.
Seeming like
I'm
you
just
were right.
saying.
That nigga got Lovecraft Country and was like,
He said, "Oh, I want to be him."
He said he started dressing like Foghorn Leghorn. Nah, I tell you. That brother thought he was from Mobile, Alabama.
I did not know this nigga was in White Boy Rick. Actually, I didn't know who Jonathan Majors was before.
Yeah, so you probably saw him, but just wouldn't think shit of him. Like,
yeah, Lovecraft Country is what put him on the map for me, honestly.
Some of these fits he's wearing are disgusting.
So the nigga can't dress. He gets a role in a civil rights-esque show. Civil rights with some sci-fi twist. And he's like, you know what? I'll be listening to Brother Malcolm. I'll be listening to Brother Martin.
Well, hold on. This is also from the White Boy Rick era, so I don't know. Maybe.
I think
he just like them hats, but see, that's the hats. Those like them hats Pharrell was wearing during that time. So a lot of a lot of niggas was getting those off.
Shit, I mean, I used to listen to Future. Well, I mean, I still listen to Future.
Future was wearing them hats a little earlier.
I used to wear the hats because of Future back in like 2014, 2015. So I got 2 of them hats too. So I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna talk shit about the hat.
Shit, I will. Okay, but for our last topic, we have been not we, but the internet has been power scaling comedians.
Power scaling comedians.
What I do? But the internet's been power scaling comedians, and so I don't know if the power scaling comedians came first or if the slander of the Tra Rags dude came first. I don't know what order it worked in.
What corners of the internet do you be on? I don't be seeing none of the stuff that you see
on my For You page, buddy.
Oh, nigga, stop going on your For You page. We've been through this.
Be on my following at all,
nigga. If I see something that I don't like, I immediately look, I recognize on my For You, and then I switch over to following every time.
You gotta understand, right? Like, my For You page might as well be who I follow anyway, because it's just the people I interact with a bunch of fucking weirdos thrown in every once in a while.
See, I don't like when the people I follow interact with weirdos and dumb people. Like, even if it's to shit on these people, I don't want to see the tweet in general. So
I know you're not talking. I know that ain't who I think it is.
I never hate posts. I never hate posts.
No, not anymore. You've definitely stopped. You've definitely weaned yourself off of the addiction.
That's when I decided my blood pressure and my health is more important than yelling at dickheads on the internet. So
that's good. That's good. I'm proud of you, man. Because I listen. I've been there. I've been writing paragraphs for niggas who were approaching arguments in bad faith. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see some. If you nigga, I see some dumb shit, and I start typing, and then I just woosah, and I just
be halfway through, like, because in it. No.
It's not. This is what he wants. It's what he wants.
Okay,
Anyway. When was the last time you saw me threaten a public politician?
It's been a while. It has, I will
right?
say that. It has absolutely been a while. You haven't even been in Twitter jail in a long time either.
It's been a few months since I've been in Twitter jail. Yeah, it's been
a few months. I was gonna give you more credit than that, nigga.
I can't give myself that much credit.
But for some reason they were doing power scaling with who has the funniest skits, and apparently there's a part 1 and a part 2. Oh, okay. So the part 1 had nothing to do with. So the part 1 was Drewski, Desi Banks, Funny Marco, and Haha Davis, which is insane. Like, don't ever set these three niggas up like this.
Okay. So, Desi Banks is a hack. That nigga's not funny in the slightest. You can quote me on that. Haha Davis. I haven't watched him in years, but I used to watch him like around 2016.
Yeah, he's hit him.
He's got some. Stitches.
Yeah, he's got some that are actually really funny.
He had me in stitches from like 2016 to like 2018. I don't follow him anymore, so I don't know what he's up to. But I'm sure he's still funnier than Desi Banks. Fuck that nigga. Funny Marco, I didn't care for him at first, but recently with these interviews and his deadpan reactions, I know it's low-hanging fruit, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree.
And Drewski is legitimately funny to me. I don't care if people think he's corny. Drewski's funny to me. I like Drewski.
But see, this like just the niggas put in this. I'm like, bro, this is Coffin Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. Like, what are we doing here?
Oh wait, so they were putting them against Drewski, all of them?
No, it was all 4. It was just who has the funniest skits, and it's like, brother, it's one, and then everyone else is tied for second. Who cares?
Like literally,
it's one, and then
no, it's one, and everyone's tied for 4.
I'll say it's Drewski, and then Funny Marco and Ha Davis are tied for second. And then Drewski, I mean not Drewski, Desi, he didn't make it to the race.
Yeah, no, he's getting his CDL. That was what happened. And then the part 2 was they had RDC, they had Lou Ratchet. I forgot this other guy. Is it Benji something? I forgot his name. And you know what I'm talking about, right?
Benji.
I forgot this guy's name. I don't actually think I know his name for real. And then the other one was the Tra Rags guy, or what?
Oh, no, I know Tra Rags. Yeah.
Right, yeah. And so a lot of this spawned a lot of conversation because I've seen a few of Tra Rags' things, and he's funny at times, but I think for me, niggas like him long term never go anywhere because it's just this brand of like offensive quote unquote humor or this brand of like edgy humor, and it's just like these are like the memes that like my 30-year-old uncle will show me thinking this is some shit that I watch.
Yeah. And I mean,
like,
he's already hit the wall for me because he was funny like a year or two ago. I barely see him now. Like now, the only time I see him is if it's people like in that sphere that he's in are reposting him. So, like he's already before when he was doing the red shirt or what thing, nigga, that shit was everywhere a couple years ago. Now it's rare that I even see him.
Dog, I saw a video from him the other day, and as soon as I saw this video, I said, if I see a nigga defending him, I will clap you, yo, off of this video alone. It was a 4-minute video, right?
Oh, nah.
4 minutes. I'm like, that's a long ass skit, but okay.
Drewski don't need 4 minutes to get a joke off. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's talk about it. But neither does RDC World. But let's talk. Neither does Lou Ratchet. But let's talk about it.
They got your mans. They got your fans.
He was your man's.
That shit. Every time I see that shit has me fucking crying.
But so he had a video, right? And the video starts with double standards be like. And I'm like, okay, cool. So immediately, right, bad start already. But then about 15 seconds into the video, it's him wearing a wig, asking himself, like, again, you see what I'm saying? Him wearing a wig, and then he asks himself, oh, well, how big is it? As soon as I heard this, I knew what the rest of this video would be, and I turned this shit off. Because I already know what's going to happen.
For a man to have a small dick, but if I make fun of you for being a fat woman, it's the same shit we've seen 1,000 times.
You see how I didn't have to tell you the punchline?
I never even seen the video.
Exactly.
I was just like, bro, I'm so sorry. This is as low hanging fruit gets. Like, you are taking tweets and turning them into skits. Nigga, literally. Get lost, bro. We already went
making skits out of everyday situations.
We already went through the pandemic, bro. Get lost, bro.
There needs to be like a genre of comedy where it's like this is for niggas who just got out of jail and they did like 5 years.
They ain't seen this before, so this is good for them.
They like this is like this
and
thing
because
is just
no, because that ass. Because think about it. Like I'm talking to a shorty. Like this is exactly what it is for. Because what the funny thing is, like,
you've been down for 5 years and you saw this on your Facebook timeline and you're in stitches.
yeah, and it's like, and that's
there's
like,
a market for that. So,
it's always gonna be a market for this. But it's just like, to me, it's just like to put this nigga in the same breath as RDC is insane. Drewski is insane. It's like, dog, Drewski has a sports management agency. RDC World is everywhere, and they have shows. Well, I don't know about the record label part. I don't know too much about that, but
could have been records. I don't think it's a real record label.
Well, right, but again, even if it's not a real record label, you have a show, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my nigga, I'm not sitting up here saying, well, just because they got something and you don't, but it's like, bro, you have no prospect of a show because
also Drewski had like American Idol for random niggas.
Basically,
yeah, that's basically the could have been records audition.
It's just nigga idol. Negro Idol. That's literally all it is. Negro Idol. Like, and so it's so nasty because I'm just like, bro, I'm sorry. Like somebody was saying, like he make the type of skits that your coworker will show you in the break room, and that shit had me crying because I'm like,
they're so long.
And yeah, and they be wild long.
I've never seen any of his like super long videos. I only see like the clips of the funny bits on TikTok or Twitter. I never seen like a full 4, and I always see in the top like full video use, and I'm like, I feel like I got it all here in 1 minute and 30 seconds. What more could there be in this video?
The worst part was
he was actually putting out 4-minute skits.
The worst part was, and I feel like this was a psyop almost, like because it was crazy. Like I saw a video.
Hired a talent agency to boost his.
Nah. I'm gonna go even deeper. I think Drewski hired the nigga who made this tweet. I ain't gonna hold you. A nigga posted it was Trirags is greater than Drewski, right? And then the caption said, "This nigga is actually willing to go there." You want to know what the video was? The video I just told you. I saw it. When I tell you, I saw it. I reported the person. I blocked them. And then I came back and I said, "That's not enough, though. That's not enough. That's not enough."
The envelope.
Because honestly,
I'm pushing the envelope backwards. We've been here.
He stole the letter from the mailman. It's not getting sent out. Like, this nigga is actually willing to go there with a generic Twitter statement niggas were saying in 2013. Oh my God.
Like, you know what it is? And what I've come to realize is just that we're old, and whenever I see a ridiculously bad take online, I just chalk it up to some 17 or 18-year-old, and I don't let it stress me out. I just scroll past it.
Like, I'm literally in the comments, and niggas are just like, bro, this is like the most basic thing. Like, when it comes to double state, like, bro, this is as basic as it gets.
We've been here 1,000 times. It's been said 1,000
times. That's why only a nigga who has been locked away from society can find that funny.
He hasn't seen it 999 times, so this is the first time. It's hilarious.
Like, and it's crazy because it's like, bro, like I'm like you want to know the difference? Like, and again, I always say this with comedy in general. The difference is like Drewski can make a skit about you feeling away because your girl at her birthday party, and it's like, and the camera work, the cinematography, the way it's not. He may not even have to say that many lines. It's the way the camera,
the body language, the facial expression.
It's a production, brother.
Artist and artor.
It's a production, brother. Other people's lines matter. It's crazy, right? I may not even say much. I'm just, like you said, the body language, the this, the that. It's whatever. You can do whatever you want. Like, I don't know why you. I ain't tripping over shit like that. Like,
one of the best memes out is the Drewski. We changed this broke ass nigga's life, and it's the dude looking at the camera.
I mean, it's so many of them shit. It's literally the shit with the police shit. It's the shit like, oh yeah, he listened to him. Yeah. Look at this fucking guy. We fucking they dapping it up. It's we got him. We fucking got him. Like,
he
it's
did
like
both sides. He did the police. He did the lawyer. Yeah. Well, I'm just here to tell you, but we got your payment. But they gave you life.
Like, all right, put it this way, nigga. The video at Kanye's concert where Kanye stared at him, the camera flips and he just points at himself. That's like, all he does.
No competition between Drewski and Tron Rags. There's no competition,
bro. In 20 seconds, I got across a more visceral feeling than you can in 4 minutes with a million lines, and I didn't say a word. Nigga, just me.
This has become really famous now. Standing on business, everybody's saying it now. Drewski made that
literally. He has about six sounds running on TikTok at any given moment.
1000%. Drewski got the game on lock for IG. He Chuckleman.
he Chuckleman. It's like, yeah, bro, he's clearly the king of the E's, bro. Like, I don't know why y'all niggas gonna sit up here and act like as soon as I saw that shit, it's like, how tall are you? 5 seconds into the video, how tall are you?
Oh, you already know what's coming.
Bro, why would you make this 184 seconds when 5 seconds in I get the joke? 184. I'm so, you know how mad I am to do math on what 3 minutes and 4 seconds is? Like, you know how mad I am? Like, bro, don't piss me. Do not insult my intelligence by telling me that in a 184-second video that is done after 5 seconds. That's a Vine, bitch. What are you talking about? Bro, you are a Vine comedian. My brother in Christ, you are a Vine comedian.
Instead of putting all these chuckle guys against each other, we just need to divide them into their own categories. I feel like Drewski is overall comedy. That nigga is funny. Haha Davis, he provides good Detroit humor. That's part of the reason I follow him in the first place, because I'm from Detroit. He did a lot of Detroit humor. RDC is for anime gaming niggas. Try Rags is for jail niggas, like y'all have said. Niggas that just came out of jail and have not seen anything for the last 15 years. Desi Banks is for niggas that like
Desi Banks is for idiots.
He's for stupid. He's for niggas that like Norbit and the Nutty Professor.
No, not Nutty Professor, but just Norbit. Yeah, definitely Norbit.
That's Norbit.
Definitely Norbit.
Yeah, that's Norbit.
Lou Ratchet is for hood niggas or niggas that know about hood niggas. That nigga, oh my god, I love Lou Ratchet. He is so funny. That nigga is hilarious. Who else is on the list?
I'm not gonna hold you.
Funny Marco.
Yeah, Funny Marco.
Funny Marco. I don't really have a category for him. I don't really seek him out. I just see what other niggas put up.
My thing is, even within the categories, it's like I just speak to talent, right? Because it's like Lou Ratchet has made skits about any and everything. Like I've seen him make skits about like two niggas have beef and it's eternal. And so like niggas was beefing back in the Revolutionary era. They were beefing back when there was like Maidens and Your Highness and da-da-da. So he's going through all the areas having beef with the same nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, again, he's putting on the garbs. He's doing this. He's doing... The nigga's trying. What are you other niggas...
really trying.
I'm watching RDC have a clip for everything.
Literally.
I'm watching Drewski cover the human experience. Fuck just being a nigga. The human experience, brother.
That nigga be out at Georgia State games with random white dudes drinking beers.
Yeah,
hell yeah, brother.
There's videos he's put out where women are like, yeah, exactly. There's videos where white boys are like, nigga, that's it. Yes. Yeah. Bro, everybody.
Yeah, he does like frat boy videos. He does the videos for the girls. He did that.
Remember the Alabama joint? Yeah, Alabama to the top. Roll Tide.
Like, so I don't think those are actors. Those are just random niggas he was out drinking.
They're not. Exactly.
Like, Drewski is a part-time sociologist.
Yeah, literally, like that's why I'm like, bro, like that nigga is a cultural anthropologist, bro. Like,
no, literally, he's an anthropologist, a cultural anthropologist, truly.
Like, I just like, so I'm just.
Rags puts on a wig and a red shirt.
Rags is Long Beach Griffey if he was fat.
I'm not even gonna do Rags like that. Fuck Long Beach.
Yeah, I don't like that nigga either. But like, I'm sorry, you niggas who your whole shtick is, I'm gonna say what no one else wants to say. Like, get a fucking job. All of you niggas.
Yeah, you niggas are.
It's not enough. It's not enough. You will make me laugh 2 out of 10 times.
And that's generous.
And listen, and that's generous. Yeah. But you niggas get a job, brother.
You niggas are worse than the comedians that they don't want me to go there. Y'all worse than niggas like fucking who was the the woman that took Ambien and saw all the tweets and then got a comedy tour afterwards.
O'Donnell, Rosie.
No,
or was that the other one?
Rosie O'Donnell. She is a legend.
It was the other. I know who you're talking about though.
Not her
I don't
name. Well, that's a testament to who she is. She was on the show years ago. Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne. Oh yeah, Roseanne.
Yeah,
Roseanne.
Yeah. This nigga said she was on the show years ago.
I know that's not much help.
It's appreciated, gang.
Roseanne Barr, she did. She took some Ambien and then fucking tweeted out some shit.
Yeah.
And apparently, I don't even know what she tweeted, but it must have been offensive. And so, you know, the internet was up in arms. And then the right gave her a comedy tour for some reason.
I think she said Michelle Obama looked like a monkey or a gorilla.
And niggas just niggas lost their mind over that. Like a black person looks like a monkey. As if I hadn't.
And that was enough for her to do a comedy special that nobody liked.
Like, bro,
Long Beach Griffey is worse than these niggas.
Nah, you know what I say? Here's
what y'all doing on IG. Y'all not even getting a bag like these. I
will shoot these niggas bail only because y'all videos are 3 minutes. Y'all don't make me sit through a special. That's the only reason why I say you're not as bad as the real niggas who do it for a living.
Yeah.
Y'all, because that Matt Rife nigga, you got a special for that shit. Like, that's 40 minutes. At least try Rag's video, 5 seconds in, I get it, and I never got to see it again. Like, some of you niggas are putting out specials. Some of you niggas are doing 30 minutes of this bullshit.
You know what annoys me about the right? It's they don't care about comedy. They don't care about what's
They're not funny. That's the real problem.
No, I'm not even talking about the comedians. I'm talking about the people that actually watch these specials.
No, I meant them too. That's exactly what I was talking about.
But they don't care if it's actually funny or not. They only care about owning the libs. And so they'll watch these shows and show up in person to these terrible shows that are not funny. Like the Matt Rife situation. Because he quote unquote offended people with his jokes, he's gonna get more famous. He's gonna get money. These niggas just throw money at anything. The right Trump supporters, they just literally throw money at whatever. They're gonna pay this nigga to not be funny. It's not as long as you're talking about
being funny being funny is just like
secondary to a right wing comedian. That's secondary.
Yeah. Like I seen a compilation of different like politicians doing their speeches and everyone's saying, and my pronouns are kiss my ass, and everybody like,
I've seen that,
and it was just like over and over the same joke. My pronouns are kiss my ass,
or my pronouns are fuck off. My pronoun, and it's just that's the same joke. Ha.
Nigga, fuck the same joke. It wasn't funny the first time.
It was never funny first time.
It wasn't funny when you thought about it, nigga. That shit should have never left your brain.
It's like y'all, these niggas just politics. They let politics erode their brain to the point where it's just, I'm just always gonna be against them on the left, even if this shit isn't funny. My pronouns are fuck him. That's it. That's what their brain is. It's mush.
Yeah, like, and it'd be like it'd be the jokes that you'll see on a Facebook meme, and it's just like, brother, I saw that in 2014. You gotta put that up. You gotta put that up.
These are the same people that'll post minions saying, "I haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm angry." Like, dog, fuck it up.
Yeah,
it's done.
Now keep calm and own the libs.
Keep calm and own. Literally, they're still doing this shit. They're still doing this.
Yeah, a picture of Joe Biden leaning into that girl. You want some cookies?
Oh man!
Like, bro, the same meme from 2016. It's the same one.
Like the meme is deep fried and everything. Like they're still posting.
Like, they just keep posting.
Honestly, if it was truly deep fried, it would add a new element to it. Like,
yeah, and actually that would make it laugh. Like, this better not be a freshly glossed meme.
Yeah, like, why are you making
a screenshot that you just took? No,
like a fresh meme right off the press, and it's a meme from 2016. I don't get that. How do you get a new edition of an old meme?
Well, you know, niggas on Twitter just still tweet. So, like, niggas are still putting out that Apple. Did you know that if you get a code from your phone, you can just type? Niggas are still doing that on Twitter to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. But again, that's and I like I said, I'm not mad necessarily at niggas recycling shit because I think there's nothing new under the sun, right? So even with comedy, even with the jokes, I'm sure that there are comedians who have done everything that Drewski has done, everything that some of these other niggas have done. Like I'm not tripping over that. It's just the spin you put on it. It's the way you make it yours.
Exactly.
And that's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
Like, and that's all it ever comes down to. Because again, Drewski has done a skit. Oh shit! When your girlfriend hug a nigga and you think that they fuck with each other in the back, like niggas have done that skit, but he put something different on. You know what I mean? He's done the skit where we go to a party and when the nigga really want to fuck, so he's trying to get the girls to drink. We've done now. He had to delete that one, but we've also seen them skits. Like we've seen that skit before. So it's like it's not like these are brand new ideas.
I feel like we talked about that on the pod before, but I want to revisit that. He had to delete it because he wasn't really like he made a skit to be funny, but at the same time, he wasn't making that to make fun. Like he
wasn't trivializing it.
Yeah, no, and I think the wrong audience kind of
the niggas that do that made him delete that video. He was making
like,
fun of
oh, that's. Oh no, y'all didn't. Okay, never mind.
I don't know why he should have stood on business. I don't know why he deleted it. Because
I thought niggas like when you push the envelope. Like, don't push in my direction though.
Oh, exactly. Trial Rags fans wouldn't like that one.
Yeah, push the envelope, but just not towards me.
Yeah, but like, don't. Whoa! Oh my God, what you a feminist?
So I'm the problem for making women drink more so I can fuck?
You said, so you cool with revolution, just only when it revolve in one counterclockwise, not just okay, gotcha. Yeah, so anyway, I say all that to say some of you niggas need CDLs. Some of you niggas should drive for Uber.
No, I disagree. Don't put them behind nigga. A CDL, a truck is dangerous. Make them niggas.
Nigga, a joke is dangerous.
Them niggas bag men at Publix.
Bag men at Publix. Do they hire niggas just to bag bags? Ain't it still? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Like, is that fully your job? Like, I'm saying, like, they hire niggas, and like that might be part of your job, but like that ain't like people bag like jobs.
I think the niggas that bag groceries are mostly like high school kids, like 16 or 17. It's like a first job thing. I think they hire kids specifically just to bag groceries. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen them also. It's gonna sound crazy, but I've also seen them hire like a lot of folks with like intellectual.
Yeah,
as well.
Job, yeah. So the bag.
I remember I did it once where like
job,
like one of them like it was a woman that kept asking. She's like, "Hey, you need help with the bag?" I was like, "Oh no, I'm good. I'm just gonna cook this up." And she's like, "Oh, hey, you want?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay." And then like she asked me like the third time. I'm like, "Look, you can. I mean, yeah, like I'm like, I'll make room for you. Like if it's that deep or something, because like I just was bagging these up because I know what I want to put them at, and I don't know. Like I feel like I'm taking your job from you or something. Like you can help." Like if you want.
They started to expand that role in recent years. Now they don't just bag them. Sometimes they'll offer to take them out to your car for you.
Yeah, don't do that. Not even like
put them in the car for you. Yeah.
I don't want none of y'all niggas, like nobody from that store near my car. By the way.
Oh no, I agree. I'm just saying they do it. They out there.
You need help with your? No, I don't. Thanks. Because I sure didn't. Like, I came here with the ability to carry my groceries to my car. Like,
yeah, I just do pickup now. So.
Oh well, yeah.
I don't even do that. I've been ordering Instacart since the pandemic started. I've been to a grocery store one time since.
You brave. You been dealing with them men niggas. Them men getting your shit.
The men niggas.
Stop it.
Hey, nigga is gender and race neutral. Everybody is a nigga.
Yeah, so men niggas.
White niggas, women niggas.
Men niggas, female
black
niggas.
But yeah, no, I trust. I haven't had a bad experience with Instacart yet. Like, I have not seen. Now, I will say I'm not in the store with them. So if they say that the store is out of an item, I don't know if they're lying and just not looking for it or not. But I've never been missing anything in my groceries. Everything's been correct. But like I said, I don't know if there's pretty much everything every time I make an order, which is like once a week. there's at least 1 or 2 items that the store allegedly, quote unquote, didn't have. So I don't know if they're just lying and not looking for it. But other than that, I get all the shit that I asked for. Nothing's missing, nothing's incorrect. So I can't shit on Instacart drivers.
That's crazy. Imagine like you've been bombarding Gaza for 75 days and then you find an iPad with 80% battery life after day 75.
Come on, dog. We were just about to get out of here.
No, we still getting out of here. I swear to God, we still getting out of here. I'm just that's crazy, right? That would be unbelievable, right? If I told you that.
That reminds me of the Israeli soldiers speaking complete English to the camera, showing a book of Mein Kampf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the first page was folded into 8. Like, you could see the folds on the page. How do you fold a piece of paper in a book into 8 squares? Mm-hmm. How does that work?
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, I mean, the part that really just killed me is like, I remember when they showed the Mein Kampf a few weeks ago, or maybe it was a month ago, and that bitch was so crispy. I said, bro, please leave me alone. That's all I asked. This book is crisp. Bro, this looks like this came from the Scholastic Book Fair. Please leave me alone.
That's what pisses me off more than the G word. Well, not more than the G word, a little less than the G word.
Yeah.
Y'all playing in my face, bro. Y'all think I'm stupid. Y'all are talking to me in English when your main language is Hebrew. First off, anytime an Israeli soldier, IDF, is talking to a camera in English, I know it's propaganda.
Yeah, literally.
Know for a fact. Every single time, I don't give a fuck what you got to say. It's propaganda. Because why the fuck are you talking to me? I'm not in the war. Why are you trying to convince me? You over there doing it. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, hey, well, look, that's why Yemen on their ass. So I'll leave it at that.
I almost said some crazy shit. I almost got us put on more lists than I'm already on. I will say after this.
Yeah, that'll be a good place to put a little pin in it. Ladies and gents, appreciate y'all for hanging with us. Episode 120. We out of here. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sentient pals of rebels, and niggas that I will not guess what gender you are, welcome back to episode 120.
This counts as 2 pods, so no pod next week. Y'all go hungry.
He said, "Not this is 2 pods." So for those who don't know, I ended the pod a little early when we still had something to talk about. So let's get into the 9-month cruise. I get that right? The 9-month cruise? What was it? Oh, I think I do remember this. I do remember what this is now. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Talk about this.
Is this the Dookie cruise from a few years ago?
Whoa. No.
Dookie cruise?
I don't know what that's about. No,
there was a Dookie cruise. All right, this will be quick, but there was a cruise a few years ago where the ship lost power. One of the engines exploded, and so they were just adrift in the sea. And since they didn't have power, the toilets didn't work. The electricity didn't work. So niggas were like having to shit in bags and piss in the shower. They're at sea for like
type shit.
Oh, now that I think about it, yeah, it's not the same thing. It wasn't 9 months. They're at sea for like a week and a half. They ended up running out of food, and other ships had to come and bring them food. But yeah, it was a bad time. But yeah, back to the 9-month cruise.
So the 9-month cruise. Carnival Cruises, or no, Royal Caribbean. Sorry. Let me put some respect on them. Royal Caribbean is like, they've started this ultimate world cruise, which is essentially like a 9-month long cruise where they're just traveling through like 60 countries. They're seeing 11 of the world wonders. It's 274 nights. $60,000 at minimum for this. And it's been pretty interesting watching it unfold because I'm like, well, okay, you get 60,000 niggas on a boat. I mean, not 60. You get niggas on a boat who are willing to pay $60,000 for 9 months. There's gonna be drama. So there's drama. Some people are TikToking. Some of the passengers have been TikToking their daily experiences on the cruise. and things have started to unfold. Like there is a caste system being developed on this cruise.
Hello?
Hey, yo, man.
This should have been a
It's
reality show. They should have filmed this.
it's low key like a small city now, and it's like a bunch of just insanely rich people, on this cruise. So okay, so backtrack. You you can stay for the full 9 months if you get that ticket, or you can get a ticket that is only going to be like I think 1 month. So like for each continent that they go on, you can book a stay. Yeah, so like there's an Americas tour. So if you want to do the Americas, you can do that one. You can do the Asia section, you can do the European section, you can do the Middle Eastern section. So you can
Quick
book.
question. Quick question. Which section you think Donald Glover would do?
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Come on,
Sorry.
dog.
My bad.
Oh, wait. Sorry, don't want to cut you off, but just to add on to that, I feel like there was a missed opportunity from Donald Glover. Y'all know he did a Mr. and Mrs. Smith remake, right?
I did.
And he has an Asian woman as the wife.
Mm-hmm.
It is a known thing that Donald Glover has some sort of weird Asian fetish.
Yeah.
I feel like it is a missed opportunity that he didn't have Aquafina as the wife, as Mrs. Smith. What better duo than the nigga with the weird Asian fetish and the Asian woman with the weird black
nigga
man? Like that movie would have blown niggas' minds. That's all I want to say. Continue.
Well, thank you for that nightmare. I appreciate it.
You brought up Donald Glover in Asia. It's your fault.
I'm gonna be thinking about that tonight. But essentially, like there's a caste system being established right now because there's town hall meetings that niggas are not getting invited to. Oops, scandalous. There's
a caste. Wait. Rich people creating a caste system. First off, shocked.
Yeah, because it's like everybody on this boat is rich, but some are clearly richer than others. Because mind you, people have sold their homes to go on this tour. People have quit their jobs.
9 months. Where are you gonna go after the cruise?
Well, wherever the wind takes me.
Yeah, like some people have really just been like, I'm out the game for 9 months. They're essentially going to be living in their own ecosystem like for 9 months. Of course they're going to stop at different ports and they get to leave the boat and stuff, but it's like overall y'all are going to be
rooms at least bigger for these
they're big. So,
for 9 months.
Okay, so here's the amenities. So the food is unlimited. Okay. The alcohol is unlimited, so you really know there's drama because it's.
Oh man, yeah. This is really a reality show. This is actually a reality show.
So the alcohol is free. They have to pay for water, but the alcohol is free.
What?
Hey, yo,
what? Man. I guess they're rich; they can afford it. But still, that's so ass backwards.
So there's only 2 restaurants that you have to pay for. There's like the buffet is free, the Starbucks is free. There's like other things that are free, and then I think there's 2 restaurants that you do have to pay for, and then I think you have to pay for your room service, which is like only $8. There are spas on the ship, so you can get your hair done, your nails done, you can get waxed, you can get your lashes done on the boat. There's bigger hotel rooms, and then there's some smaller ones.
How big is this?
The laundry is free. So like there's a laundry service that comes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to take your laundry and do it for you. If you have a 9-month package, you have the luxury of, which sounds weird, but you have the luxury of doing your own laundry in the sense that like there's a laundry room specifically for the 9-month passengers only. So they can do the free laundry where people come and do it for them. But if they have something that they really just want to wash, they'll use one of the laundry rooms that is only for the people staying 9 months. So there's a little bit of a divide between like the people who are there for 9 months and the people who are there for a portion of the tour. And it's like there's one lady, this Black lady, she's been TikToking her experiences, and she's like, everybody keeps coming up to me and asking me if I work here, and it's really pissing me off because I paid $60,000 for this ticket. And she's like, passengers and staff keep asking me if I work here.
And staff? Oh
Yes.
no, that would blow my mind. If you don't get the fuck out of my face.
Imagine dropping 60 bands on a ticket and they're asking you if you're the help.
Nigga throw his clothes at your feet. Yo, hurry up.
Yeah.
That's how rich people be too. So I wouldn't even be surprised if that literally is
He just walk away after that. Like, yo, hurry up, yo. Hurry up with my shit. Don't take too long.
Like,
And
I
they've
would
thought
take
of everything, like, in the sense that, so if you get pregnant, because it's 9 months, right? So it's like, if you get pregnant on this trip, you know, they will kick you off in your second trimester. So you cannot
Oh my god.
if you're getting pregnant on this trip, it better be towards the middle end of that trip, because once you reach 20 something weeks, you can no longer be on the boat.
That is crazy.
So it's just,
That
it's
is
just the
insane.
fact that they have thought of all of these little caveats, because it's like, yeah, these people are
That's a lot
basically
to
going to
think
be
about. It's
living
9
here.
months. Yeah. Because, like, think about it beforehand. Imagine if you, like, how much plan B would you need to stock up before you go on the trip?
How would you pack for a 9 month trip? Like, what would you? And also, they're having theme nights. Like, they're having like Western night and like all of these different themes. So it's like you got to get little costumes and stuff to go with the themes. Like, and then there's a Facebook page. There's a Facebook page that is only for the passengers on the boat, so that they can connect with each other and like start, like, there's like a knitting club, there's a book club, and it's just like all passenger led, where they're just trying to meet other people on the boat, because it's like hella people on there.
How big is this ship? Like, I've been on a few cruises. I guess I never really took note of how many people were there. Is this like an average size cruise ship?
No, it's bigger. It is.
It has to
Let
be,
me
because you
see.
said people are like in like special hotel rooms with like special amenities. Because the room I was
Well,
in,
you said it was Royal. You said it was Carnival or like Royal Caribbean.
It's Royal
Royal.
Caribbean.
Either way, I know they both got big, stupid ass ships. So like these ships are gigantic. Like,
so there's it can hold up to 2.4K guests. As of now, I think there's like 1,000 something right now, and there's gonna be more, because, as you remember, at each stop on the trip on the different continents, more people can join if they're gonna be on it for that leg of the trip.
Imagine you jump on that hole and you walk in there and then it's a nigga with like a crown and a scepter and you're like, yo, what y'all doing in here?
Yeah.
What type of shit?
You're immediately in the lower cast.
He said, oh, Negro, yeah. Tell him to go sit in the back.
Sit him down there with the niggas raking coal into the iron.
Raking coal into the fucking the furnace.
Yeah, if you paid for the 9-month trip, you have a lot of free stuff that, you know, because of course it's like, nigga, I paid $60,000 at minimum to be here, so you have a lot more amenities
If I
than
was
the
rich,
short
I would
stay
definitely
people.
go on a 9-month cruise. 60,000 is nothing to be rich, and I love going on cruises. That shit sounds fun. I mean, not the
It does
cash
sound
system,
fun. I mean, they're
but
going everywhere.
yeah, I would definitely do that if I had the money. But can we not devolve into tribalism and
Degeneracy? Sorry, there's white folks here, so no.
Next time, I guess.
And they're only on day 10. They're only on like day 10 or 12.
They created a caste system in 10 days?
That's why it is, everybody's paying attention, because it's only been a week and a half, and they are
you said
already
caste
with each
system,
other
I thought
apart.
they were like 3 months.
Yeah, I thought they was months in. Yeah, word.
10
No,
days
it has been 10 or 12 days.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a body before day 20.
Post
I
TikTok in
fully
general,
believe
please,
somebody's
so I
gonna
can follow.
die.
Please post the TikTok so I can follow.
Okay, so for the suites, there is the junior suite. Wait, no. First, the interior stateroom is about $60,000 per person. The ocean view is 65,000. The balcony stateroom is 83,000. The junior suite is $117,000.
Lordy.
So yeah, there's layers, and it's like niggas. Basically, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's just quickly being separated into like, okay, who's on the lower tier? First of all, it's like on the lowest tier on this ship, you still have to be insanely rich. But it's like the rich from the really rich, or is what the distinguish is.
Like the Great Gatsby, this is new wealth versus old wealth.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
This
like if
is
you
insane.
basically on the lowest tier you could be on is 60,000, and the highest tier you could be on is over $118,000.
Jesus.
Also,
Indeed.
taxes and fees and port expenses of
Oh Lord.
$4,667 per person. Also,
Yeah. So basically,
That's
y'all finna come out there with a few milli, basically, and blow it.
because
Yeah.
then you have to go. Then when you stop, of course you're gonna go
Yeah,
shopping.
you get
You're gonna
off,
go
and then
doing
yup.
things.
Yeah.
In each country that you go to, you're going to explore the 11 wonders of the world. So you're going to be eating food, you're going to be shopping, you're going to be doing all those things. So overall, it's like you're coming out, I mean,
This is for rich
200,000 on the low end.
at least bare minimum.
Bare
This shit
minimum.
will give you some money. Nigga
That's me if you
laundering.
were going to, because some people are there being conservative. Some people are like, look, y'all, tell me what the free things are to do, because believe it or not every, like, there's people on there who just have a good amount of money saved up or whatever the case may be, and they're like splurging on themselves, but they're not insanely rich, so they're still, they're like, look, what are the free things to do in Beirut, like, where
And damn the niggas at
can
the
y'all tell
bottom
me,
of the totem pole in the caste system.
and does anybody know, like, where are the free museums, like, because I cannot spend any more money.
You know what's crazy though? I thought when you first brought the story up, and it's actually scary to me that there's another story that almost sounds similar to this. I thought you were talking about something else.
What else
Because
happened?
no, there was another cruise that was set up to be the experience of a lifetime, right? Where you were supposed to spend 3 years traveling on this
Yes,
ship.
yes.
That was the one I thought you were talking about.
Actually, and I'm glad you said that, because when I said that people were selling their houses, I think I was thinking about that trip.
That one they sold their house and then they canceled it, and then people are basically just like,
And then yes,
so
my wires got crossed. You are very true. Like that, they did cancel
go.
that trip. I think
Nigga,
this
if
might be
I'm
the
planning to go on a cruise
downsized
and
version
cancel,
of that.
Yeah, this seems like a more feasible. Like, all
Like
right,
they were
three
like, okay,
years
maybe 3 years was too much. So let's do
was
this.
ridiculous. Yeah,
if I sell my house for something and you cancel that something, I may end up on a most wanted slip.
and I gotta wait for the refund. Like, that's the worst part. Like, because
Oh,
they
so
can't
I'm
think
just gonna
about
be
it.
homeless. But at the same
Because,
time, you rich anyway, because if you
well, presumably,
presumably, hopefully.
hopefully, yes. But we also know there's a lot of
Oh,
niggas who live
well,
above
first
their
off,
means.
you already on my list because you canceled something when I sold my house. And now that I'm having to wait for a refund, you're at the top of the list. I'm coming for you immediately. I don't even
Yeah,
want the money back at this point. It's the principal. You're out of here.
and
Yeah,
it's
they
just
said they
like,
were gonna do repayments in monthly installments.
Oh no, you're done. I'm
He said
I'm
you're done.
walking into the building with a vest on, and I'm not gonna say what's on the vest, but we're all going. We're all going.
He
not
said,
they
I
were gonna
paid you.
corner. They
I
were gonna corner
paid
after
you.
pay your refund.
If
he
I pay
said,
you in one lump sum, you pay me back in month, brother. You better count your.
he said,
Don't count
I
your
mean,
days, count your seconds, because I'm gonna be there fast.
I'm gonna send this bitch up. It can't go down. I'm gonna send this bitch up.
I can't even imagine the thought process of the niggas that saw the message saying that they were gonna get their payment back in monthly installments. I guess if you're rich, it doesn't matter because you don't care about the money coming in or going out. But I'm thinking about me. If I pay you for 3 years, let's see, if it was 9 months, it was 60,000. 3 years, it's probably gonna cost like fucking, I don't know, $480,000. You're paying that back monthly.
So
I'm going to.
this is
I'm
hold
not
on.
going to. I'm not going to unalive you. I'm going to torture you.
So yeah, basically, there's a couple people who want to remain anonymous until their refunds come through, right? Basically, they were saying like we had the next 3 years of our life planned out, and now I have nothing. Like, and then you had a couple people. So basically, what happened was, right? They were set to depart from Istanbul on November 1st, right? I remember reading this story a few weeks ago, and I thought this is what you were referring to, but that initially got postponed to a week. But then think about that: if the cruise is set to depart on November 1st from Istanbul, do you know how many people flew to Istanbul to make sure they were there for that? So it's already you're cooking.
Yeah,
You've already made me spend 10 extra days in Turkey. Which, brother, in this climate, please don't make me spend 10 days in Turkey. Brother, please do not make me spend 10 extra days in Turkey.
I had to get a hotel for the.
Yeah, and then it was postponed to November 11th and relocated to Amsterdam in the Netherlands.
You know what? Fuck it being canceled. You're already going in a salt trap just for relocating.
But it gets worse. Then it was postponed.
Make a worse salt trap.
Then it gets postponed again to November 30th, right? From the 11th to the 30th. So 18 days, 19 days it gets pushed back. And then 6 days after they make this announcement, they were informed that the cruise was off.
Brother.
It was just done.
Brother.
And what ended up happening, so they booked 111 cabins. Right? 111 people signed up for this. And the worst part about it was that they were basically saying this company was trying to buy a ship the whole time. And they were in negotiations to buy the ship. And they never owned the ship.
Wow.
So the sale was supposed to go through in September. And by November, they was going to be ready to keep it moving. But because the sale didn't go through, they was basically just like, all right, let's just keep pushing it back. And maybe we can get the ship and And so basically that they presented this project to investors. And they had the official approval from the investors. And then, hold on. I'm going to just say it. He said that while the company had made the down payment for the ship, the investors declined to support us further due to unrest in the Middle East.
Oh, man.
So the sale of the ship was set to conclude October 14th, which you will notice is 1 week after what? 1 week after that event happened to that country.
Oh, yes.
So basically, their whole shit got cooked probably because of that. And then they tried to buy a second ship. That didn't work. They tried to buy a third ship. That didn't work. And so they basically just got fried. But hold on. To make this even worse, there were people. So, okay, hold on. Let me find this woman's name. Where is she? Where's your name? Where does your fucking name show in here? There is a woman who was heavily involved in this. Where does it say this bitch's name? Thank you. A woman, Mikhail Peterson, who was the managing director here, right? Ended up leaving and split from the team in May. And this is, mind you, in May. This was all supposed to happen in November. So that motherfucker knew what was coming and was like, nah, I'm good. I'm out of here. Got out of there in May. And then that person that left set up a company to promise low deposits and guaranteed introductory rates for anyone who wanted to join them on a similar type of cruise.
I was hoping it would be a
this was a money laundering scheme.
Maybe so.
Had to be.
So the Villa V Odyssey is the second one. This one, at least it looks like they've got a ship. And this one's pay as you go. It varies in duration from 35 days to 120 days. Nigga learned all the shit that they did wrong and said, okay, they're not gonna do that. Not gonna do that.
Bro, if I was on that first cruise, I would be eating the person that organized the cruise. I'm going cannibalistic. There's no way, bro. I sold my house. What am I gonna do for 3 years, man? You know what I'm gonna be doing for at least 3 days? Eating you.
Mm-hmm.
So the North American segment is 105 days, and it's only 19,000.
Oh, only.
If I
cash out my entire 401k, I could definitely afford that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now when it say 13,000, I'm surely that's not for the whole 105, is it?
Wait, 13? You said 19 before, right?
Well, 13 is for a single, 19 is for a double.
Oh shit! I don't even need. Oh, let's go, yo! I'm going now.
They got an Australia to Bali one. They got a bunch of segments. This one will be in 2026. Damn.
I just don't feel like we're in the political climate.
We're not.
I was about to say they have this shit
Be
planned
giving
out
someone
like the world's not gonna end
$13,000.
soon.
Yeah, 3 years in advance, and oh yeah, by the way, you'll be in the Middle East in 2027. Nigga, are you fucking crazy?
Even this 9-month one, I'm like, first of all, I'm not really trying to travel through a boat through the Middle East right now at all.
Yeah,
but
not
it's
to mention
like
3 years from now,
swing on y'all.
Any sort of virus can happen. Like, just COVID has just made me so. I'm still scared.
Remember the cruises in 2020 when COVID was decimating entire cruises?
Listen, I remember
who were on study abroad during COVID. That was hell. Like that,
brother. I remember being in Canada, praying the borders didn't close. Literally, like, please. And then guess what? The borders closed a week after I got home.
Yeah,
nigga, you were almost trapped and homeless.
Yeah, like I literally remember somebody was like, "Yo, Trump going crazy." I'm like, whatever. I seen it. He's like, "Yeah, we should close the borders to the Canadians." Da-da-da. I'm like, "Nigga, no, I'm not home, bro. Stop talking like that." I started getting nervous and shit. Like, bro, come on, bro. Stop talking like that, bro.
Please.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, so needless to say, good luck taking cruises, man.
It's fucked up because
Good
I
luck.
like cruising, man.
I think cruises are dope too, but don't know if I'll do that shit because of this. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all
with
niggas.
the current climate of the world, but
Y'all fucked up the game for everybody.
10 years ago, if I was rich, I would definitely do a 9-month.
Yeah,
cruise.
10 years ago. Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like more people would have, because I feel like even today, like there's still rich people who are like, yeah, I got the money, but I just simply won't be doing that.
I'm not.
The
world is crazy right now. I'm not going to the Middle East
or any Europe. I'm just not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and you really don't know, like, because you fuck around thinking, well, South America will be, brother. You just don't know what Brazil will be facing in 4 years. Like, you just you couldn't know.
It's like anything is up at this point.
It's America's fault. So
they made it.
You are hostage number one.
Yeah, not
y'all got the whole itinerary down to each day. With like they're gonna be like, yeah, we looking for that big ass boat. This is our terrorist.
Okay.
This is our terroristic objective.
Like, look, April 28th, 2026, you'll be where? Got you.
Yeah, got you.
Understood.
I'm looking for him.
Understood.
Ricky,
I'm gonna file all the updates. Don't worry. In 2 years, 297 days, I'll get right to you. I'll get right with you.
That'd be a crazy international event, though. A cruise ship full of 2,300 Americans jammed up by fucking, I don't know, Panamanians.
Not Panamanians.
Yeah, Panamanian pirates.
I don't know. You just gotta hold that down, huh?
I mean, hey.
And that's it for my segment.
And that's it for the pod. So it's our second ending for today. Y'all be easy, man. Y'all be good. God is good. God is great. I ain't got nothing else. But y'all be good, man. We out of here. Peace.
Bye.